that gets you pumped, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Hello, everybody.
It gets me pumped.
I love that music. Welcome to Council Creators, episode 40, Chainsaw Reacts. First time on Council, Richard is here. Welcome, sir.
Hello, good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Of course. And Sin is back once again. Welcome, Sin.
Thank you.
And for the first time as well, Luke is here. Welcome, Luke.
Welcome. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Yeah, you're still trying to wake up.
I am.
It's all the way across the island.
I was watching as we're like backstage watching the video play, and you're just like, trying to.
If it makes you feel any better, it's only 6 p.m. here, and I'm still like that.
Oh, really? You're just like,
you're on West Coast time, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
I started feeling tired at like 4 today at work. I'm like, I'm done, but I gotta do the show. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
Keep that energy up. How's everybody doing? Good.
Good. Hanging in there.
Yep.
That's all we can ask, right? Is hanging in there.
Yep.
That's all we can do. So I mean, a lot of stuff happened this week in terms of trailers, news. I mean, literally just breaking, another director has left Blade.
Oh, I hadn't heard this.
Yeah.
Oh
Yep.
my.
Yeah.
Wow.
He dropped.
They need to just give up on that one.
I want Blade so badly, but I'm so scared.
I mean, at this point, yeah. I mean,
I want it, except I don't want it PG-13, and I don't want it with Mahershala Ali.
Well,
So
I mean,
don't
nothing I
think
can do
I'm
about
gonna-
Mahershala Ali, but I did hear the guy who just left said he at least wanted it to be rated R. So I hope that's
That
the
might
direction
be
they're going. Fingers
why
crossed.
he left.
Mhm.
Maybe he wanted it, and they said no. I just wonder.
I just want Blade to be good in the MCU, please.
just
But when has the MCU been good?
It's been a while. It's been a minute, hadn't it?
Boom! There it is.
boom, mic drop.
Yep.
There's that hot take. I
Like-
mean,
Yeah.
it's a fair point. It's a fair point.
Yeah.
We're rewatching the Phase 1 just because we ended up watching Iron Man 1, and then we're like, let's go with 2, and then Thor, and we just started Captain America, and I'm like, Iron Man 2 is terrible. Like, I forgot how
that's-
terrible it was.
I remember it wasn't very good. I wasn't.
That's the
happy.
thing that gets me about everybody like saying, "Oh, the MCU is horrible. The multiverse saga sucks." They were not all winners back in Phase 1 and Phase 2. I mean, we got winners obviously, but like,
More consistently, though. I think.
Yeah.
And to be
Than
fair,
now.
I am probably the most positive person you're going to meet on the MCU. I will admit there have been some rough times, in the last couple of years. I mean, even I can't defend Secret Invasion. Sorry.
I
But-
haven't even seen it.
I
No.
couldn't watch it
Oh,
either.
I didn't.
It was rough. It was really rough.
I heard.
I heard
And
the
this is
final
coming from
episode.
me, who barely ever says anything negative about almost anything. So
Yeah. It's got to be bad then. If that happens.
I think Kevin, the hope is that he's listening, and that's why we're kind of pulling back in terms of releases, because they were just rushing shit out. They didn't
Mhm.
care. And I
Yeah.
feel like it was under the old regime of Bob Paycheck. Fucking just rush. Just put it out. It doesn't matter it doesn't matter. Just push it out because we need to build Disney content. And it's
I can't
actually
believe I've
hurting.
never heard that name before. Bob Paycheck. That's
Yeah, Bob
It's a
Paycheck.
good
Not
one. I
bad.
like it.
Not
It's
bad.
a good, yeah. I really do think that it's because of that, because they didn't care what the quality was. He just like, I just want content. We got to build the brand, but you're actually hurting Disney overall, and you're hurting the Marvel brand. You're hurting Star Wars.
And that was like right after COVID. So they just pushed out so much stuff just because we hadn't had any MCU stuff for a year and a half. So I think that didn't help. But yeah.
Because literally Endgame happened the year before everything shut down.
Mhm.
So like we almost made $3 billion on one movie. Like we gotta keep pushing, and everything stopped.
Mhm.
The only big success since has been No Way Home, which was a Sony partnership. So it really wasn't it was the MCU, but also it was Toby
But
and
also
Andrew.
not.
Yeah, it was only successful because of Toby and Andrew. That's the only reason I saw
The
that movie, because
nostalgia factor.
I can't stand
Yeah.
Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I think I
Oh.
can't stand it.
Agree to disagree, but I love me some No Way Home. So
I love that movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do love it. I mean, and I had a round of applause. They didn't actually reveal them in the trailers. I really thought they were going to do it. Like, show them, like, in the trailer, like, oh, Toby and Andrew, they're here. And they like, no, let's not. Let's not do it.
Yeah.
But they were probably
Smart.
tempted. Yeah.
Oh, and Sony, I don't put anything past Sony.
it's literally throwing all the Spider-Man references in the Morbius trailer.
Well, there were plenty
And
of
then
leaks
them showed up.
though, so I would have been surprised if they hadn't shown up based on all the leaks we were getting.
Yeah.
But there
They
was
were
the
just doing
part of
this
the trailer where they showed the scene where in the movie all of them are attacking the villains. Because that scene was in the trailer, but they just erased the other Spider-Man. You're like, they're blatantly there.
Eh,
Yeah, because
They did screw that up.
Yeah.
Because they
You see
fixed the
the-
lizard thing real fast.
because he gets kicked and he turns. But
Yeah.
even before
But
that
nobody's
came out-
there.
but before that even came out, like when the first initial just like shot before the extended trailer for international showed the kick and he's getting hit back.
Mm.
Who are the other two jumping at? Because
Exactly.
Toby's like,
Yep.
yeah, Toby, like they're just jumping.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like at what? Like,
I still to this day, I wish we could have seen the marketing trailer that we would have gotten if we didn't know about any of the villains or anything. If Alfred Molina hadn't opened his goddamn mouth, like, I mean, as much as I love Alfred Molina and he was amazing in the movie, that dude could not keep his mouth shut.
See, I
about
didn't
as bad
mind
as
knowing.
Tom Holland then, huh?
Well, yeah, but Holland has been better, I think, in recent years. Like he started off bad, and then
Oh, yeah,
Marvel
he
got to him.
You're
they
like,
also used it as a marketing thing. Like he had the Avengers in-game poster or something, and he accidentally showed it. Or
Yeah,
a
the
side,
Right,
backside.
like the
Yeah.
script or
It
something.
was
Yeah.
a marketing thing. Yeah.
They totally used it for marketing. Him and Ruffalo.
Oh well, Ruffalo.
Oh,
Jesus.
Ruffalo too.
going to a Thor Ragnarok screening, the world premiere, and he has the in his pocket.
Yeah.
It's like, you can hear the audio and everything, and he's like, "What do you mean I shut
Amazing.
off? I locked my phone. No, the stream's still going." He's like, "Oh, I didn't know."
Oh, gosh.
I wish I could have been a journalist back then. Like I wish I could have been doing what I'm doing now back then, because I only started like maybe after Far From Home came out, and
Oh, okay.
I wish I could have been in that world when that happened.
Oh.
Because then Kevin Feige's like, "That was amazing marketing. We got so much tension." It's like, but you were leaking the opening of the movie. But he's like, whatever.
Oh
No.
man.
It is what it is. But hopefully they get the Deadpool and Wolverine. It has. I'm getting worried.
I am.
Oh,
I
yes,
am
yes.
not watching any trailers. I don't even like to watch that little promo thing they do about the
Yeah.
phones.
The fun.
I'm just
really?
like, I don't. I
Yeah.
don't even want to see him in the outfit. I don't want to see.
It's so funny with me because this is my job, because like I'm a journalist for this stuff. I have to, but I try as hard as I can to not like besides maybe the first trailer, maybe the second, I try to avoid it as much as I can. I definitely don't like dive into it more than once.
Yeah, because the TV spots, they're gonna up and coming. They're gonna start.
Oh yeah. I've
Especially
seen the Heineken
international-
one like 20 times.
Yeah. Well, the international TV spots, like for Godzilla X Kong, I know it's Warner Brothers, so it's a separate company. They were just showing shit they should not have showed at all, but they were just like, "Oh, here's Mothra. Oh, here's this character. Oh, here's this character." It's like, guys,
Mhm.
what happened? Like you went from teasing them in the trailers to now let's just drop everything. Screw it.
Well,
Yeah,
and even
I
going back
don't
to Sony
understand
for a
it.
second, like Madame Web pretty much using all of the footage of them in their super suits in the trailers. I mean,
Yes.
that's just a horrible, inexcusable movie for one thing. But the fact that pretty much all of the footage of the three girls in the super suits was in the trailer, it is just criminal.
Because they had nothing else to show. That's why there wasn't a second like main trailer, because they had nothing else to show.
Right. For sure.
Because
But that was just awful.
yeah, because when the ticket shop, people were like, "Are they gonna drop another trailer or like a something?" Like what? Like probably because they have nothing else to show, and that was the theory. Like they have probably nothing else to show. They were
Yeah.
right. You see the movie like,
Yeah.
oh wow, that was it. That's all they had.
Mm.
And then do you see those behind like those like production shots of her in the suit that it came out this week? Did you see those?
No.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Dakota Johnson.
Yeah, Dakota Johnson, like the suit image, like full on like production photos came out.
That got a grand
Not
total of
like the
30
last
seconds
suit?
of screen time.
Oh yeah, that's the one you're talking about at the very end.
Yeah, like all
The
these
red
photos.
one, yeah.
All these photos came out. I'm pulling them up right now, and it came out of nowhere. People are like, "What? Like where? Like all these photos were taken."
I love Sony. They're nuts.
So all these production photos came out,
Oh,
and you
wow.
can find them with like all these shots. Like what
No,
the
I never
hell?
saw that. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
these came out to like this week. These like random production shots.
That suit got a grand total of 30 seconds of screen
And she
time
was
the
in a
movie.
wheelchair.
and she was in a wheelchair.
Yeah, and
So
that's,
that's
just not
misleading
everyone.
right here. Just showing this stuff,
Mhm.
her standing up, posing. She wasn't even ambulatory while she was wearing that suit.
So
yeah,
bad.
and then showing this and like in the marketing for all this stuff, it's like this is not the movie.
No.
This is not the movie at all.
No.
I feel bad for all the actors involved in that movie because they like. I'm sure if they had something better to work with, this could have been something that we were actually talking about positively. But it's Sony, so
Or at least a better light. Because we're thinking with Morbius, there's no way that we can get worse than Morbius. We did. It got way worse.
Well, at least they took it in stride about as well as they could, and they didn't attack the fans for not liking crap writing. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I do appreciate that about Sydney Sweeney and Dakota's response to it.
Yeah.
So it was a legit, not a good movie.
It wasn't.
And at least they made fun of it. Like they had a good time with.
They
Like,
took it in stride. Yeah.
We know we made a shit project, but it's also Sony's fault because I think there's a better version of that movie somewhere because
there has to be,
because they were shooting and they were making changes on the fly, like just, and that happens all the time on sets. But like they were doing so much, like what script did they agree to versus what was the end product? Like what did they all like? Oh yeah, let's do this. Like what did they change?
And you know what's funny thinking about that too? Like that actually reminds me of like how they shot the first Iron Man movie, and it makes it that much more impressive that it was so good because I've heard stories that like they didn't even really have a script at all until like they were actually working on the movie. Like so much of it was improv between just like Robert Downey Jr. and the rest of them. I mean, it's a miracle and a half that movie was not only like decent but really good.
Yeah. There's a lot of discussion about how they had like the basic structure, but a lot of the scenes they're kind of like, oh, we have a rough idea of what the scene is, but we don't know how it's going to play out. So Robert's just winging it. They're just figuring it out on the day. Like, okay, we're going to write this. Okay, Robert, improv. Like, I guess a lot of stuff in the movie improv wise, they kept in because like it just works because they were like, we don't know what we're doing.
Like on from like a writing perspective, because I'm a writer. So like if you have and when it comes to like a script, if you have a really strong structure, if you know where your story is meant to go, and you know what the scene is meant to encapsulate and go with, improv can work really well with your actors for sure. So I can see why Iron Man 1 worked really well because they must have had at least a really strong structure to because it's quite solid. There really isn't any. There's no massive plot holes or anything like that. Everything is clicking and making sense. So I think they had to have known what was going on with the narrative to be able to allow such extreme improv.
Also at the time, like Jeff Bridges, like would he sign on to do this like without like with at least an idea of what's going on?
I can't see Jeff Bridges yet, or even Gwyneth Paltrow.
Like really? Plus, they couldn't insure Robert. Like that was the whole thing. They couldn't insure him at a point. Like
for Iron Man, I thought it was Kiss Kiss Bang Bang that it was a real big insurance risk because that was his first sober.
I think it was, but also Disney or what? Well, not Disney, but Marvel.
They still had issues with Iron Man.
Yeah, it was a lot
because it was so soon after. Really, I guess
proven. Also, the budget was like pretty high, so I think that was a lot of there too.
What was the budget for that movie? Just comparatively, compared to how much they're spending now.
I feel like it was like in the 150 range, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
Watch it be lower. Let's see.
Actually, it's probably low.
130 to 140, roughly around there.
That's like peanuts compared to what they pour into the movies now and give us subpar quality.
Yeah.
Because we just rewatched it, it's fresh in my mind, and I was blown away by how practical the movie is. Like, there's CGI.
Yeah, really.
But like, there's so much. Like, there's real sets in real locations with physical things you can see and touch.
Yeah.
Not just like CGI smudge. Like, because by the time we got to Thor, because we just finished Thor yesterday, like it was like prequel Star Wars prequel level CGI smudge. I'm just like, this is not even exciting to look at. It looks like the suits look plastic and the world looks fake. Like, what is this? Iron Man was so good. How have we already got here in 2 films, or I guess 3?
I mean, I think they're still trying to find their footing, and they didn't become acquired into Disney until Avengers.
No,
Yeah.
it was Iron Man 2.
Oh, what? Okay, so they're still
They were with Iron Man 2, and that's why Iron Man 2 sucks, because they started saying, because they wanted to do the Robert Downey Jr. wanted to do the alcoholic storyline, and they were like, no, you can't. So they were already like in.
And they still kind of did it anyways, but
They
not
did.
nearly as-
Yeah,
kind
I
of sort of,
remember.
but they turned it into a joke, and it wasn't ever like, it was like, you're having a bad day because you're dying, Tony, not because you're an alcoholic. You know,
Right.
that's basically
Tony
what they did,
was.
you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
That's why I always felt like he was such a great pick for the part, because he could identify with that character.
Yeah. I feel like they redeemed the Iron Man franchise with Iron Man 3. I know some people don't like it. They hate the Mandarin twist, but like I think that one is pretty solid.
I hate the Mandarin twist still, but I have warmed up to that movie. I think it's
Yeah.
I view it better now than I did when it first came out.
Yeah. Robert Downey's portrayal of like PTSD and anxiety and stuff like that was so good. Was so stinking believable. Like that was like, I was like, oh wow, we're actually getting like a genuine reaction from one of our heroes to these big insane events that they've just experienced. And I'm like, I'm pleased with that performance and what they did with that one though.
Yeah, and there was like that one came out like a year after Avengers, so they had time to.
Yeah, I
like,
couldn't remember.
that's one of the things too. Is like I'm glad they're going back to not releasing a ton of stuff in a year. I think that's really going to help, like quality wise. They're still going to put out a lot because I'm sure there's so many movies and shows that are coming down the pipeline. But I think having like Deadpool's the only movie this year, and I think that's a really good sign for the MCU.
Yeah,
That's the hope. We'll see.
Fingers
I mean,
crossed. I want it to be good so badly. Deadpool's my favorite character.
I mean, the marketing makes you think it will be, but like thinking back on the Iron Man 3 thing, like I wonder how it would be received if the Mandarin twist wasn't a thing. If he's just the Mandarin.
I think
right?
people would have loved it. I think
Because
it wouldn't have been any
his
problem.
portrayal of the Mandarin, you'll never see me coming. Like just his voice. I'm like, it's so
he
good.
was
I'm
so
like,
good. Yeah.
I was like, oh god.
And getting Ben
Fun.
Kingsley to do the role too.
Yeah. And I think the actor they got to play him in Shang-Chi, like actual the Mandarin, he's great. But I think the concept of the Mandarin from Iron Man 3, I'm like, I like that concept of the Mandarin.
I didn't even know they brought the real Mandarin in. I never saw Shang-Chi.
Yeah, well, it's his dad. It's Shang-Chi's dad. So
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
Yeah.
I personally, maybe this is my MCU bias. I actually highly recommend Shang-Chi. It's one of
Shang-Chi's really good.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi's pretty good. Yeah. Mhm.
The action sequences in there are
Yes.
legit some of the best, like in the entire MCU. Like,
might give it a go.
yeah, no, I would highly recommend it. And Simu Liu does a fantastic job as the character.
Yeah.
He's
By Sin
okay.
Space, you're not
didn't-
telling me though.
I honestly didn't hate it. It was enjoyable. I felt like he was a bit overshadowed by the cast around him. He's kind of bland. And the final fight, that was way too CGI heavy for me to fully enjoy. I'll avoid spoilers, but
Yeah.
so I didn't feel as fulfilled by it as I was hoping that I would have. But I certainly didn't. I didn't hate it. I would recommend watching
Yeah.
it. I really loved the guy who played his dad. I love that dynamic.
Tony
the
Leung,
whole
yeah.
story. Oh, that was so good.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, he was.
Yes, I recommend it for sure. I mean, because a lot of people have their different opinions on MCU, but like a lot of people say, yeah, Shang-Chi, like that's like one of those exceptions. Like, yeah, a lot of the shows, but you know, because I still haven't seen. I mean, I hear Loki season 2 is amazing. I still haven't seen it.
It is
Right.
actually
Oh, yeah.
surprisingly
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
I-
I haven't.
I think it's probably my
season 1.
favorite season of MCU content that we have, honestly.
Yeah. They actually told a story, whereas season 1 was just sort of things happening. Season 2 was like focused and had some emotion to it. I was shocked.
Yeah.
Thoroughly
Best finale of any of them for sure.
A great finale. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just need to find time. Unfortunately, just don't have time.
I couldn't even finish the first season, so and then I stopped caring about the shows. I haven't watched. I liked WandaVision until the end.
Okay.
Moon Knight was okay. I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
I had zero interest in She-Hulk. Nope, no thanks. And I
Yeah.
did not like Hawkeye. I didn't like what they did to Kingpin. I didn't like the Hawkeye chick. Did not like Echo. And then they made a whole show about Echo, and I saw the first 3 episodes because they sent me a screener for it. Hated it. Did not even want to finish. So I has stopped caring about the shows. I'll just focus on probably the movies.
It's also
but
a heavy
I haven't even
burden.
seen all the movies. Haven't even seen Eternals.
Yeah, it's also a heavy burden because
It's
the
a
shows
lot you
like
have to commit to.
Yeah, and I don't have the time. Like I said, I haven't seen Secret Invasion, and I used to watch everything Marvel put out. I just haven't. There's certain things I just haven't seen yet.
Shows are a bit harder to, to do because like with a movie, it's a movie. That's it. With a show, you've got all these episodes, and it's a bit more of a time commitment.
And like I've kept up with everything. I mean, A, just because I want to and I still love it, but B, just because it's my job to keep up with it, so I have to be on top of stuff. But even then, like now that my website is expanding into like the general movie world beyond just Marvel, DC, Star Wars, it is tough to keep up with like everything that we're writing about. There is so much. Like I just forgot The Boys started tomorrow, and I got to get back into that. And like
it's tomorrow, crap.
I think so. Yeah.
Yes, it's the first 3 episodes tonight dropping.
Yeah, at like midnight West Coast time.
Yeah, which is ridiculous because West Coast is at midnight. I have to be up at 3 o'clock to watch something. That's ridiculous. I hate that.
Yeah,
crap.
it's not fair.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not staying up. I used to do like live watch-alongs for the Marvel shows when they first dropped. Even that was tough because we'd be up till like 2-3 in the morning talking about it, and I'm not 21 anymore. So
yeah. Speaking of Marvel, so hot take: if you view Thanos as the hero of the Infinity Saga, then technically we were following the bad guys all along and still are post Endgame.
I mean, view him as a hero.
But I mean, if you do,
tyrannical. So
yeah, I mean, he's the main character of Infinity War, but other than that, like,
I mean, if you agree with his viewpoints and you're following all the villains who are trying to stop him from trying to do, I mean, I think they handled Thanos the best they could with in terms of his viewpoint. He's making a point, but he's fucking crazy.
Right.
Oh yeah, no, that's the thing is he believes he is doing the right thing for the universe, and that's what makes a great bad guy is like is when they believe that what they're doing is the right thing and they're not just like trying to be evil or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah, he had depth to him that I did enjoy.
Yeah, I loved it. I love Thanos. He's probably still my favorite MCU villain.
Obadiah Stane, baby. Obadiah Stane.
Team
Obadiah.
I do like me some Obadiah.
Why didn't we get that fight?
And Thanos are my 3 favorites.
Why didn't we go Obadiah fighting Thanos?
Obadiah, Thanos, and who?
Loki. Obadiah, Loki, and Thanos. But Loki becomes anti-hero.
It's kind of anti-hero, yeah.
It's teeters, yeah.
I want to see Obadiah versus Thanos. That's what I want to see. I feel like that'd be a good fight, you know.
Celebrity.
Oh, it would last like a half a second.
No, Obadiah'd win.
No, he wouldn't.
Well, that's like everybody's saying Killmonger would win. No offense to Killmonger, he would probably get ripped in half.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It took all of the Avengers pretty much to finally defeat Thanos. Well, then of course just one finger
and then
snap,
they lost for 5 years.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, everybody was sad.
And then all of Tony's sacrifices and hero-ness went out the window when he made the most selfish decision possible to bring everyone into the future. Like that's one thing, one of the many things that drives me nuts about that end game is I'm like, why? Like you've ruined his like as the hero's sacrifice goes. The sacrifice was giving up his family, and the sacrifice was returning everyone back to the time where Thanos did the first snap, so that people don't lose 5 years of just so he can have his kid, who he doesn't get because he dies. Like he deserved to die in the end because it's like, well, you really made a really selfish decision, Tony. Like, why would like that just drives me nuts. Don't know why they did that. I don't know why they did that.
It's also a heavy task to kind of find a way to wrap up all these stories at the time because they were wrapping up a lot of connect. I mean, you know, what's the right decision? Because with how big that movie is, like everyone's gonna go see it, and there's gonna be so many different people. Like, well, so there's no way to win.
How many people saw it? There was no way you were gonna make everybody happy.
No, it's impossible. That's why post Endgame, some different people are like, well, you're doing this, you're doing this. Like, well, like they have to do something, because imagine if they wrapped up after Endgame. Disney would be like, no, you're not going to just stop making movies after the wrapping up. No, you're not. So
I don't think I would have been too sad if they had, though, because I always felt like Endgame was kind of the peak.
A lot of people have said that.
Yeah.
Endgame felt like the end, and it was like that was a perfect time to pause, to down tools.
Do you think it'd be like a thing to where they take like a break for a number of years and come back with a reboot? Or
Or not even necessarily reboot, but let's explore some other characters, because there's so many to choose from in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of interesting smaller characters that I think they could have done some really good things with.
Yeah, and I think they started to do that with some of the Phase 4 stuff, but like I'm really looking forward to like when the Fantastic Four and the X-Men finally get here, and hopefully they'll do some of the even smaller characters than that, obviously.
Yeah, and the fact that, thank God, we'll see what happens, but the Daredevil, like they were originally not doing Daredevil season 4, but like it kind of Daredevil, but now they're like, okay, it's all canon.
Just thank God that argument is over. I didn't care one way or the other. I just didn't see how what they were doing could have for sure been canon with with the Netflix stuff. And I got so many hate tweets on Twitter. That was the bane of my existence, was like, I just don't think this thing is canon. And then when all the stuff came out earlier this year when it's canon, they're like, yeah, see, you're an idiot. This is totally freaking canon. I'm like, yeah, it wasn't before.
Yeah, if you actually watch, they were making Daredevil that wasn't Daredevil from the show.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of, but it's not connected.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at Hawkeye, that's not the same Kingpin, right? Like that's not. It's not.
It didn't feel like it.
Oh, they pansified him so much. I hated it.
Wow.
And I don't like Kingpin's bad. He's legit bad, and I don't like him. But I hate it. Like, he went from being this fierce, really scary, legit scary bad guy in the Daredevil show, and then they wimped him down to this guy crying over this idiotic deaf girl. I didn't like her at all, and they treated him even worse than Echo. Oh my gosh! Did
you see the deleted scene?
It was so embarrassing
with him and Vera Farmiga from Hawkeye. A deleted scene that were it's a dinner scene. It's just they're eating dinner, and he's acting exactly like the Kingpin from Daredevil in this scene that they deleted.
The scary ass Kingpin.
Yeah, he was menacing, and he was like the way his speech, the way he was playing off in that scene with Vera. I'm like, why did they remove this? Like, it's a good small scene. I think it's on Disney Plus. You can actually watch it.
So the Daredevil that they're doing right now, that's supposed to be directly connected with the Netflix Daredevil. It's not going to be part of this other little fluffy stuff they do.
Well, I think they're going to find a way to make some of that, whatever, like the whole She-Hulk stuff, whatever.
Oh.
But they are like, that is the same Daredevil. So I feel like they're going to explain.
It's all the same, yeah.
Yeah, it's all because before it wasn't. Before it was like it's the same actor, but it's not
like a different timeline or
like in the multiverse there's another version of Matt Murdock who looks exactly like Charlie Cox, but it's not the Daredevil Netflix Matt Murdock.
So it's going to be like rated R type Daredevil stuff.
That's what they're saying.
That's what it seems like.
TVMA. That's what they're saying.
We'll see.
I never got a chance to finish that show because Disney took it off Netflix. I always thought it was going to be on Netflix forever. And so I only saw 2 seasons.
That's the thing about licensing, we thought
it's on Disney Plus now, so
I know, but I don't have Disney Plus. I mean, there are ways I can see it, but I just I haven't.
That. What did you say?
Well, my brother has Disney Plus.
Oh,
I log into
good cover.
He really does. He really does.
He really
Season
does.
3 of Daredevil was really good. Season 3 is very good.
He's really good.
Really?
I haven't seen it in a while, but I got to do a rewatch. But I've seen all of it.
Yeah, it's good.
Which season of the 3 did you like the best?
Me personally, honestly, it's been it's been a little while since I've seen it. I got to rewatch it again and see which one. I think I remember season 2 being really good
The
personally.
one with Elektra.
With Punisher,
Yeah,
Elektra and Punisher. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't even remember Punisher in season 2.
That was his introduction.
He's the first half. He's like the first half of the season. One episode's like 1 to 6.
He completely went away from. I only
he's
remember
so
Elektra.
I love John Bernthal's Punisher. Like I really like
I haven't
him.
even seen that Punisher show.
And the fact they're bringing him back for Daredevil is amazing. So
yeah. No,
I love
so
the first half of season 2, but I think, oh man, I just really love seasons 1 and 3. I think the second half of season 2 I didn't quite connect with. I thought Elektra got a little boring to me, but the opening with Punisher, those episodes are
his introduction in that first episode is like the walking down the hallway in the fucking the hospital. I'm like, holy shit.
That was
oh my
really
god.
So good.
Magneto's not a bad guy. Well,
I mean, he is, but he has a point.
He makes a lot of good points.
Hey, for anybody who's seen X-Men 97,
a well-written bad guy.
He was right.
You can see the logic in their arguments sometimes.
Yeah.
Everything if you've seen the whole entire first season, that whole speech he did in episode 2 in front of all those Congress people.
Oh yeah.
He was right.
I can't believe Disney actually let that speech play out the way it did. Genuinely surprised that was on Disney Plus. There are things that he said that I'm like, my mouth was gaped. I was like, this is amazing, and I can't believe they've allowed it.
I think it's animation. That's why. I think it's different. I think.
Yeah.
And also, this is not a brand new X-Men show. This is like going towards an adult audience that remember the 90s show.
Yeah, this isn't for kids. This is for the people who were kids 30 years ago.
I don't think the original X-Men cartoon is that different. I mean, it's a little bit more kiddie, but it's still pretty dark.
Yeah,
it absolutely is. I think they just go even more mature and like a little bit darker, even still with stuff in 97.
I mean, he pulled the adamantium out of his fucking body. Like, yeah,
you know. But then, like in season 1 of the animated show, Charles makes Magneto relive the Holocaust.
Yeah,
that's some dark ass stuff.
So it's not too surprising. But he called out the Genosha situation. Exactly how he called it, and then everything that kind of transpired afterwards. How everyone views mutants differently now. I mean,
yeah, I think we can all agree that X-Men 97 was like one of the best things that Marvel Studios has put out. I think in a while.
Oh God, yeah, absolutely, it's fantastic.
Yeah,
with a box of scraps. I love that.
Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave with a box of scraps.
The way that line was delivered, he's so mad. I honestly forgot when I first saw that movie that was Jeff Bridges. I'm like, who's this guy?
How could you forget?
Because I was young. I didn't connect.
Oh,
the
that's
dots
right. I forget how old Iron Man is.
Yeah, it's 2008.
Huh?
I was how old was I? Can't remember.
I was 17 when that came out.
Oh,
so,
wow.
I was 15, 16, but like when I watched I just back then I wasn't connecting like actors and shit. Like I wasn't into this stuff like I am now. So like back then it's like, oh, it's just an Iron Man movie. Oh, I remember watching the 90s animated shows and oh, this is cool. I read comics. Let's go watch it. You know, I didn't know.
Right.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, this happens to Comic Story, and I heard about that.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I didn't watch his content, but when I clicked on the video, I'm like, oh yeah, I recognize this guy from somewhere. But
was this the Clobberin Time guy?
He had a huge YouTube channel. It was like 3 million subscribers or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I guess I don't know who. I know there's. Okay, I guess.
He did like these 2 to 4 hour long videos, just like doing deep dives into a ton of comic runs. I think I've seen a couple of his videos, but I want to dive into them more because I've heard.
I think there was like the one that was like scrolling through and it like a 4 hour long X-Men like discussion of comics,
something like that. Yeah,
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
but yeah, everyone was talking about that, and I'm like. Because I didn't want to say anything because I would feel disingenuous because I just didn't watch his content. I really didn't know who he was. Yeah. But it's we don't know the details, but it's so unfortunate when they got an accident. I mean, it's terrible.
I feel like I've watched a few of his videos before, but that's just so sad. Like I know people who knew him like personally and stuff, and it's just sad to see something like that.
I agree. The gold standard, true.
Yep,
agreed. Yeah,
I agree. Okay, I don't know about this. Kingpin that gets destroyed. I'm sorry.
Now Kingpin
full
wins.
straight.
Full strength. Yeah, Kingpin
I mean,
just grabs her by the face and slams her.
as much as I would love for her to be destroyed, she would destroy Kingpin. She
The
would.
shame about Captain Marvel is the problem. I know a lot of people are like, oh, but they don't like Brie Larson and stuff. The same thing is it's more about like the direction in the story. They were both terrible, and like
They were.
because she's not a bad actor. Like it's like
She wasn't
she's
good in
actually a good
Captain
actor.
Marvel,
Like,
and she's
what-
just I just don't like her for one thing. She didn't help herself,
No,
but
she didn't.
she absolutely didn't. And I was actually looking forward to it before she opened her trap and
Yeah.
said dumb crap. And then I was like, well, okay, well, I'm going to go see the movie anyway because I felt like it was going to be important. You know, most people thought it was going to be important.
That's why they put it right where they
That's
did.
exactly why they. That's
Right
why
before
it made
Endgame.
the money that it made, not because it was a great movie.
Nope.
Because it was a shitty movie. But yeah, I was so glad when I actually clapped when Thanos bitch slapped her across the field. I did not like her.
My favorite part of that movie, the first one, is the Stan Lee Mallrats reading the script cameo. That's my favorite.
That was great, and
that
that
was
was his.
I
great.
can't even remember
The,
that.
the last cameo he filmed that was before he passed. I think that was the last
Yeah.
one he did.
Yeah, and then he did Endgame, but he had already done that one.
Yeah, he filmed it, but I think the last one he filmed before he was done.
before
was
he
the
death,
Captain
before
Marvel
his
one,
death, yeah,
Oh.
because they had the whole Stanley Marvel tribute in the Marvel logo.
Well, I also think the end game was so funny. He's like driving past the field. He's like you guys, man. He's like a hippie or
Hey
something.
man,
Hey man.
uh,
That was Stan.
Stanley.
yeah, he's great.
I think back on Iron Man 1 where Robert Downey Jr. improv the hey Hef.
Looking good, F.
Looking good, Hef.
That was great.
The man played Hugh Hefner and Larry King.
Oh yeah.
in
That
Marvel.
was the second one, right? The second one.
Yeah, in the second one when he's walking out at the expo.
That was good. My God.
That was really good.
Those improv moments. I mean, I love I miss the Stanley cameos. They should have had someone else to kind of do cameos. I don't know who though.
But who? That's
I've heard
no.
I've heard people maybe say Deadpool, which I think would be hilarious. Maybe
What
after
finds
Deadpool
in the
will be
MCU than just like have him cameo in other movies, just like
yeah.
kind of
You know, I think would be really funny is if they just had Deadpool in full costume, throw a mustache on him.
he's reading a paper. He says the mustache. He's like, "Excuse me, sir."
No, I just can't wait to see Deadpool show up in a PG-13 Marvel movie and just crap all over it just because he can't curse or all the bleeps that are gonna come. Because
well, he could drop at least one F-bomb.
right.
Yeah, or like
Yeah.
the joke would be he would keep trying to drop the F-bomb, but
And then they'd be
sound, or like
Yeah.
a sound happens or someone interrupts him, so he
Yeah,
gets
yeah.
more and more angry.
Well, Here's my opening to Deadpool and Wolverine. Remember how in the second one he was going off on Wolverine because he died in Logan and everything.
Yeah.
This time he goes off on Chris Pratt for getting the MCU's first F-bomb.
No.
Uh,
That would be good. Or like, I would love like an Avengers 5. He's just like in a room full of all the fucking people, and he's just like roasting all of them. He's like,
Yes.
"And you got the first F-bomb. What the?" And then like
That
someone
would be hilarious.
So somebody needs to hire me to write a Deadpool movie.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I don't think that was true though. I don't think he was supposed to play Old Steve. Is that true?
I think there were rumors about it, but
Oh,
I
I
mean,
had not
glad they
heard
didn't
that.
do that.
yeah.
It would be so weird because we see Stan like even in Guardians, he's on a fucking alien planet. Like, how do you explain?
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Well, he's not the same person.
He's never the
He's-
same person.
I know, but that's the joke. Like, okay, now he's gonna be old Cap, like as a joke for 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
'cause
feel like
that
it
was
would cheapen it if they did that. Honestly.
Definitely.
and that was a fairly hefty scene. I mean, I know it wasn't like too long in terms of screen time, but it was a good solid couple minutes.
I mean, all the fucking rumors. We don't know. I don't
I'm
know.
gonna try to avoid.
Well,
I
there's
mean,
so-
who
learning
isn't
about
going to
things
be
like
in
this.
Deadpool and Wolverine? My God, of course the villain's going to be in there somewhere.
yeah,
I
Everything
I
from
have not
Marvel
heard that
ever
rumor,
is in
but
Deadpool and
I
Wolverine.
neither.
I have heard stuff that Deadpool and Wolverine is super important to like where Marvel's going with like Avengers 5 and Avengers 6 and everything. It's like the first stepping stone to where that's going. So
I mean, it makes sense because I think Deadpool and I think Hugh Jackman's Wolverine are going to be in those two movies. So
I'd be shocked if they're not in at least Secret Wars.
I mean, just the way the rumor has been for a while about the all new, all different, like kind of soft reboot in the comics. People are like, well, with that, what they could do is they could have their X-Men and also have Old Man Logan and Hugh Jackman running around if they wanted to bring him back.
Totally.
But I don't know. I mean,
yeah.
If
anything, Secret Wars is going to be Hugh Jackman's last movie as Wolverine, and then
I think so.
Go to a new
and
one.
I think that'll be last Toby's Spider-Man as well, because they're saying, oh yeah, they're going to have all these like iconic old franchises.
Everybody. They're going to try to bring everybody back.
They're all going to meet up. Like you're going to see Hugh Jackman fighting alongside with Toby's Spider-Man and shit like.
Is that why we've been hearing talk of potentially Robert Downey coming back?
Yeah,
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
yeah, because you're probably going to have all of these different people.
Yeah.
They're trying so
interacting.
hard to recapture the audience again.
Yeah, well,
That's
it's
what that's about.
and I get the nostalgia of it. But like if
Yeah.
you see a shot of Toby's Spider-Man, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, and Tony's like Robert, like it'd be insane. Like people like lose their minds over that. But this is the only time you could do it. It makes sense in Secret Wars. Anything else be like, oh, you're just forcing this in. But Secret Wars, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, Secret Wars, the door is open for everything.
Yeah.
But it's got, as long as it's well written. I mean,
That's
it
the
would,
thing, like,
would be terrible if it's crappy writing and they pull all these people.
This is not true. This is not true. Wolverine is not Deadpool Wolverine. You are making this up.
Oh God.
People lying in the chat. I don't like it. Not a fan.
Yeah, I just can't wait to see how many like different Wolverines are in this movie. Like if anybody else is gonna play him besides Hugh Jackman, like that patch shot that we got in one of those trailers, and like I know it's gonna be crazy.
Patch,
yeah.
I mean, I would love it if it stayed in Radcliffe. That rumor, like I would just
Me too.
That would be
Or
fun.
Taron Egerton, one of those two.
yeah, well, that'd be funny.
Yeah.
There's even a rumor of Henry Cavill as a version of Wolverine.
I have heard this rumor. Yes, I have heard this.
That would be hilarious, actually.
It would be. It would be.
Yeah.
He's pretty tall though, just like Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, he's like 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe that would be the joke, like, oh, we have an even taller,
An even bigger Wolverine.
yeah.
Put them beside each other, and Cavill's like way up there.
Yeah. Well, because Radcliffe's no, put him next to Radcliffe because he's like 5'5".
Yeah.
No, and that makes funny. Like, okay, we actually have an actual like regular like a small size of Wolverine is Patch. Then we have this bigger Wolverine over here.
That'd be funny.
I think in the comics there's called like Wolverine Pool or something where it's a merge of Wolverine and Deadpool.
I would not be shocked if that's a real
think
thing.
that's a
I
thing.
would love it.
Oh gosh.
Let me look at Wolverine.
Oh God. Yeah, how would that work on screen? Is it just Wolverine with Ryan Reynolds' voice coming out of him? Or
Oh, that'd be funny.
That'd be hilarious.
they would totally do something like that.
Yeah, this is Wolverine Pool. So it's
Wow.
really
Wow,
That's amazing.
that is bonkers.
Yeah. Like I don't know how everybody else is feeling about
Buy it, store it.
but I cannot wait for Deadpool and Wolverine. Like I'm so excited for this movie.
I hope it's 6th
I hope it's good.
I don't want to. I
to.
don't want to get hyped. I don't want to get hyped. I like Deadpool 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I'm worried about Deadpool being under Disney, and I'm worried about the marketing has been. I won't say a lot or anything, but it's just been a lot of cameos.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't care about cameos. I want a good story.
Yep.
So those are my like. I'm gonna go in reluctant.
It's a legit concern
Yeah.
Fair
given
enough.
their track record.
And I think this is 100%
crossed.
correct. It's a send off.
Absolutely. Yeah, Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna try to outdo Endgame, and it's gonna be insane.
Well, I
They're
wonder
gonna outdo Endgame by trying to pretend that Ben Affleck's Daredevil is a good movie.
now that you said they're going to bring him in for a 10-minute like scene. So you have
Well, I
to
heard
sit
they're
through
bringing
it.
Electra back, but I don't know in what capacity.
And Deadpool and
Yeah,
Wolverine.
for
Wolverine.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Okay, all right. But see, like I said, I've been trying to. You can only escape it so much.
Well,
I see stuff.
It's Hosen. But they're
Okay,
acting like
I'm
that's not-
trying
but it-
to-
It was
But like the Hollywood Reporter has reported on that stuff. But then again, they also said that Taylor Swift isn't going to be in this movie, and I don't believe that for a second.
yeah.
Oh
No.
shoot! Really?
What you don't want to go to the Eras tour?
No, I don't
I'm
want
just
to see
I'm
Taylor.
making shit up by here. I don't fucking know.
Taylor Swift is the most vanilla artist ever.
And they want to
I-
put her as Dazzler. Oh,
I will give you this. I know people who hate the idea of Taylor Swift in this movie. So
I absolutely
I
hate
don't
the
want it. I
idea
don't
of
want
her
it.
in the movie.
Me.
I definitely don't.
I don't.
She's
want
not
it.
a good actor. She was very briefly in Amsterdam. I was so happy when they killed her off in like the first few minutes.
Isn't
Taylor
that scene where
Swift,
they
Arturo.
push her and all of a sudden a car just magically pulls up and hits her?
Yeah,
Or some-
I think someone pushed her in the traffic or
Yeah.
someone, she was killed.
yeah.
See if
I mean, who knows what they do? They did have Brad Pitt in Deadpool 2 for what was it, 8 frames? So
Yeah, just like very briefly you see his face.
yeah, like not even a second.
That was funny.
That was amazing. I
That was
love.
a good one.
Yeah, did you guys see the thing in If when he was listed as the? I don't know if you guys have seen
I
it.
heard about this, but I haven't seen the movie, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I heard about that's funny.
If you guys get a chance to see If, just wait for the credits. Just wait for the end
Yeah.
of the movie.
That's like the extent of it.
Yeah.
I really wanted Domino to come back since we're talking about Deadpool. I love Domino in Deadpool 2. She was great.
Yeah, I wish she was
The
coming.
fact we're not getting her again, I'm like, that sucks.
Yeah, that's a bummer. And I liked Cable. I liked Cable.
Oh,
too.
Cable was fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love Josh.
yeah, he
Brolin.
was. He was.
Also, would have
really good
given
in there.
Deadpool totally something to riff off because he's Thanos.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. They should have had Cable and Deadpool. That should have been the team. Cable, Deadpool, Wolverine, and Domino. That would have been.
Yeah.
Screw the other cameos. That right there. Just give me that lineup doing something amazing. Like
and the fact
Yeah.
that Josh Brolin's like, I wasn't even asked.
Right.
that was so sad.
Yeah,
Yeah, that bums me out.
I don't understand. I mean, I don't know if that's true or not, but that's
Unless
what he
he's
says.
lying.
I mean, it's possible.
Oh yeah, I don't trust
Sometimes they do.
anything that comes
Yeah.
out of these people's mouths. We saw what Andrew Garfield did.
I mean, they
Yes.
have, you know.
He's the
they have
werewolf.
to.
I'm not the werewolf. Yes, you are the werewolf.
Yeah, you're totally
Those are
the
just stupid
werewolf.
analogies. Like, well, there's thing with the werewolf. I'm not the werewolf. I promise. I'm not. I don't know what he's talking about. He's just talking out his ass at that point, just trying to like just divert
Yeah.
the fact that I'm in this movie.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Alfred Molina's like, yeah, I totally came back. This is me. I'm doing this movie. They're bringing me back from Spider-Man 2. This is how it
Maybe
happened.
Fox spoiled it because when he first announced he was returning, he posted a photo, like a fan
Yeah.
photo of like artwork, of, like all 3 Spider-Men
Oh.
standing together.
They need to keep these people away from the public.
But is it worth keeping the secrets? Because if you like, is it a big deal if you know who's going to be in the movie? Like, I don't think it is. Like,
Some
I don't
people
think
like
so.
to be
Knowing?
surprised. I would have liked to have been totally surprised.
Yeah,
Like I didn't
think-
even want to know that Wolverine was in the original suit in this. I
Right.
did not want to know. I didn't want to know anything about anything.
Fair enough.
but can
Yeah.
you take it that far though? Because like that's he's a major character in the movie, so it's like.
Yeah.
How can you like? That's like
They
oh,
weren't
here's
gonna
movie
hide the
Jaws.
title.
Maybe it's
They
about
weren't
a
gonna hide the
shark,
title
maybe it's
forever.
not.
Right. What I mean is I didn't even want to know in what capacity he was as Wolverine, because the Wolverine I remember him as was the dude with the black leather. You know,
Yeah.
not the original suit. Like I just didn't want to see anything. I just didn't.
That's fair. I get it. I've just accepted that I personally don't have that luxury anymore. But
You
that's,
don't exactly. Yes.
But that's what I get for being an entertainment journalist. So
You get spoiled.
I do, yes, and I wouldn't trade it for a second. I love what I do.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm one step below that. I'm like a movie reviewer.
mhm.
Right.
You know, so I do have access to things sometimes sooner
Yeah.
than the general public, but I still want to go in as
Yeah.
clueless about certain things as possible
try.
so that it can be such a fresh experience for me.
Right. I try as hard as I can to do that wherever I can.
It's,
Yeah.
I would imagine it's 100% impossible for you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think to your point, Sen, like about how, like, you want to have your opinion to be as raw without any like lot of
Yes.
opinions going in, like
Yes.
knowing a lot of stuff. Like, I just want to see it
Exactly.
as fresh as I can.
I try not to look at anything on Rotten Tomatoes or anything on IMDb. I don't watch any reviews. I want to just, but if
That's
I'm
fair.
not interested, then I will check out reviews and stuff. And sometimes it's like, okay, maybe I would like to see this, and other times it's like, I'm so glad I didn't. So, just depends.
Understandable. I guess we'll let him in. Ronan.
You guess.
I guess I'll let him
He
in.
finally heard me knocking.
Yeah, like, yeah, where's my Twix or Reese's or whatever the hell you were getting me at Target last
Oh, the
week?
Snickers? Yeah.
Yeah, where's my Snickers bar, boy?
It melted. It's hot out here. And
Ah,
everything. I returned it. Got my money back.
there you go.
How y'all doing?
Pretty good.
Good.
Pretty good.
Good.
Hanging out.
I was laughing my ass off hearing this talk about Captain Marvel.
Oh.
I was like,
Yeah.
whew.
Brutal.
Yep. No, I've made no secret of the fact how I feel
And I
about
get it.
certain people.
Yeah.
Granted, I am a fan of Brie. I think I haven't finished it, but you should check out Lessons in Chemistry, the Apple
Need to see
TV
that one.
adaptation of the book. The book's amazing. I really dug it. And then when I saw it, I was like, okay, thank God that like you're still doing more than just Captain Marvel, because I think she can pull it off. It's just that the stuff lined up, and ironically, in the Marvels, I dug her as Carol. I was like, there's my Captain, cool. But the movie as a whole, I was like, I'm not mixing it. Anytime we were
That's what I
off Iman, Brie, and Tiana, I was just like, cool.
Yeah.
Well,
That's the one thing I can't fault the studio, that they haven't done a full-on bad casting as of now. I think you could argue about the taking a break, which I agree with after Endgame.
Yeah.
But casting-wise,
Oh no,
I'm-
casting they've been 100%.
What about Iron Fist?
well, that was Netflix. So
But it counts now. It counts.
Yeah,
It's all
even
canon,
then,
baby.
I think you could still do some stuff with Finn Jones. It's just the writing. Like, to me,
Yeah.
again, that's nothing against the crew and the cast, but those first 2 seasons of Iron Fist didn't help it at all, with the exception of Jessica Henwick's Colin Wing. I loved Colin Wing, and the fact that they teased Daughters
she
of
was
the Dragon. But that episode of Luke Cage season 2, when he goes into the barbershop and he meets up with Luke, I was like,
Yeah.
don't give me hope. And then the kid goes, Power Man and Iron Fist, that's got a ring to it. And I was like, oh my gosh, they're doing it. It was one episode, but I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
It was the promise / not fulfilled, but I was like, there you go. That's what you do. What you should have done, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Comes down to writing, casting, where they take the characters, and how much they honor it. But then I understand the backlash that was felt when he got casted.
yeah, I still haven't seen the Marvels. I watched it when it came out in digital or whatever.
Yeah.
There's some fun to it. As I tell folks, there is some fun to it. You cannot deny the chemistry between the 3 Marvel ladies. Like, there's no way. Like, to me, I had a blast with them. If it was just them and they delved deep and more into the aunt and niece relationship, I was like, I was there. But you just kept pulling back to the plot, and I was like, I don't.
One of my biggest problems with the MCU more recently is they're making these movies so short that I think a lot of that stuff gets cut out. Like the Marvels, I think was like the shortest MCU movie ever. I think it was only like an hour and 45 minutes or something. I'm not saying every movie needs to be Endgame or Turtles or No Way Home or anything, but they can have a little more meat to them. I mean, Ant-Man 3 was like 2 hours and 5 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. I think Doctor Strange was the same thing. Doctor Strange 2. So like, I think they need to go back to making them like at least a little bit longer, just so they can get that extra stuff, get that meat in there. I mean, and this is coming from somebody who liked the Marvels. I enjoyed that movie. It wasn't amazing, but I liked it. And I agree with you. I really love the three main girls. I mean, Iman Vellani is probably my favorite new character.
Yeah, Iman is Kamala. I overall liked her show. It wasn't like the biggest fan of it, but I like her as her character. And I'm like, okay, like I really just dug how she portrayed it.
And
she
the Khan,
Kamala Khan in
the
real
family
life.
as well.
Yeah. The family. Yeah, the family.
Yeah.
Like the fact that like her mom and her grandmother gave her the suit, and then her dad was like our own little Miss Marvel. I was like, that is that is
some
like
emotional
great
ass stuff,
powers
but it works.
comes with great responsibility levels. That is
You're not Aunt May. Don't you say that.
I will never say I'm Marissa Tomei. I am not worthy of that. No,
Don't
no
say
way.
that. Now,
None of us are.
we live in a world, but we really live in Jack's world.
Hey,
Sorry, I had to say something.
You're good. Hello. How is everyone doing?
We're good.
Hello.
Hanging out.
Good.
I thought you were gonna say we live in a society.
Oh, we live in a
God,
society.
if I never have
If he
to
was
hear
called
that
Jack's
again.
Society, then I'd do it.
We live in a society.
We don't live in a world.
No,
we live in a
we
society.
fucking don't.
In a world.
Yeah,
We're
that-
also a society.
in a world.
In a world where Zack Snyder can't make a movie without doing a director's cut.
Oh, that's true.
Though I am excited for Twilight of the Gods. That animated
Oh, that
series,
show?
I'm excited
Yeah.
for that.
I haven't
for
seen
a
the
second,
teaser.
I thought
It
there was
came
a
out today.
Twilight reboot coming. I was gonna be
Oh, well,
very
yeah.
upset.
Yeah, Zach is attached to the Twilight reboot. Yeah, you forgot.
Oh, you know what? I would watch that just for shits and giggles.
Oh
would too.
gosh, no.
All the slow-mo shots of Edward like staring at her while she sleeps.
Or her blinking all the time. Oh, I
Oh
can't.
Lord.
I couldn't. There's no way in the world I could torture myself.
And the joke, you bring back the entire cast again from the original.
And imagine they just switch like one or two of their roles.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
God.
so.
Lautner.
Oh
yeah,
my
bring
god!
another Taylor Lautner.
Third generation.
Jeez.
Yes, but we're making a joke. But they are making it in
Yes.
Twilight.
Yes.
Yeah, they are making it.
They should just bring the entire cast back to voice it. Fuck it.
right.
Whatever.
They
I know
should have
originally
wet hot
did-
American Summered it. That would have been great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Netflix is doing the whole animation slate that they did like a few days ago, and I'm really looking forward to where they got to bring on with those
Terminator, Tomb Raider.
shows. Haley Atwell is Lara Croft, man. That is fucking
Yeah.
I've never been into much of the Tomb Raider, but I love the idea of Haley Atwell as Tomb Raider.
Why not live action? I'm probably not gonna do it.
Oh,
but,
yeah,
well,
please.
Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? I'll pre-order the ticket for that. I didn't mind
I would
the
watch
Alicia
that.
Vikander Tomb Raider movie. I didn't mind it.
I didn't
It's
see
not
it,
great, but like
but they had plans for a trilogy, I think, or something. I think.
Yeah,
I didn't see it though, but I heard it's solid. But I haven't seen it.
yeah.
Unfortunately.
I would watch Haley Atwell do anything though.
she's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
I really wish she had more of a role in Multiverse of Madness,
Me too.
but it got
Oof,
cut in half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really hope that in
Ouch.
Secret Wars they
That's cold.
do it justice. Just be like,
What?
just do the
It's
multiverse.
not my
slate.
fault that they cut her in half with her own shield. That's not my problem. They turned freaking Mr. Fantastic into string cheese. Not my problem.
Yeah, he didn't last long.
But guys,
at
you
all.
can do it all day. Psych.
Oh, the psych. Can't do shit. Well, he is Philly cheesesteak, but I guess he's a Jedi Master today. What's up, Phil?
You
Sensei.
better quote that Philly
Hey.
cheesesteak shit, or I swear to God, you're gonna end up in the corner, dude.
Ugh.
Johnny isn't
Damn.
here. We don't have enough corners.
I'll give it a
Oh,
minute.
that's true. Where's Johnny? What the fuck? What's up, Phil?
Not a lot, man. It's been a day, that's for sure.
Oh, come
But
on.
you know, it is
Don't
what
worry,
it
be
is.
happy. You know.
I am happy. I'm actually quite happy. There's something happening next month, and I can't wait for it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What is it?
I'm going
Can
to
you
San
talk
Diego
about
Comic Con.
Oh,
nice.
And guess what? There might be a team up. We might
Yep.
Man,
Phil and
I
I
am
might team up.
I am dying to go to San Diego Comic Con so badly, but I am going to San Antonio Comic Con next week. It's going to be my first ever con.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
I am beyond excited. I think I'm going to hopefully possibly get to cover some stuff. I don't know for sure yet, but I am so crazy excited for it.
Nice.
If
Yeah,
you
San
do this
Diego's on my
YouTube
bucket
thing-
list though.
If you do this YouTube thing, even the creatives, I tell them just go one day to a con. I don't care, local, New York, San Diego. I don't care.
Yeah.
Just
Maybe
go
well,
one
also-
of those days without
also-
any cameras. Just experience it as someone
Yeah.
in front of the camera view. Well, like
Yep.
don't
Yeah.
go into just experience it.
Yep.
Also, one other cool thing I'm doing for a late honeymoon thing, I'm going on the San Diego Comic Con cruise in February out of Tampa.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Which is I'm so beyond excited for that. It's the first time they've ever done it, and there's already a bunch of talent lined up. It should be crazy.
yeah.
That's interesting. Okay, a cruise. All right.
Yeah, San Diego Comic Con, the company is hosting a cruise out of Yeah, it goes from Tampa to Cozumel. It's like a
That's
4-day
funny.
thing in February of next year. Like Ernie Hudson's going to be there. George Takei is going to be there. There's a bunch of people signed up to be there already.
I know
All right.
Kenneth Smith tried, or no, he didn't try. He did that with his company, VSQ, like a
VSQ,
year ago or
yeah.
6 months ago. So
Were you bumping into yourself? The fuck, man.
So so New York Comic Con, I did not realize, I found this out a couple weekends ago because the audiobook company I work with is going to NYCC. They're bigger than San Diego. That blew my mind. I had
Really?
no
Okay.
idea. Yeah, I thought San Diego was the biggest in the country. Nope.
I would assume so.
It's
I would've too.
yeah, well that's what I thought. It's like 150, 180 some thousand, but New York is more than
Jesus.
200K
Wow. Okay.
in New York. I was like, wow.
I think it's because the convention center in New York can house more people. But yeah.
So
I've heard that.
So
I've heard that.
They're both one location though, right? It's like one,
Right.
like because
Yeah.
Dragon Con, I go to Dragon Con also, and that's spread out across multiple hotels. It's so
Right.
confusing and
what's weird is that with San Diego is that the
Annoying.
main place is the convention, but they have some really cool stuff at a hotel or an
Other-
off-site event and
Oh.
whatnot. Like I remember, I think Leica Studios one point had something in the middle of Gas Lab, and unfortunately I wasn't there that year. But I was like, fuck, if you have to like get out of the place, go through Gas Lab, and then make line just to be at an event like that. I know they've had
Wow.
screenings like that as well. And outside of the convention, so the convention is the main big kahuna, but I always tell folks, even if you can't get in there, there's a ton of stuff to do outside of it at Gas Lab. At Gas Lab, it's popping during that weekend.
I was supposed to go to San Diego Comic Con. And
I
of course, it
remember
was
that.
the year of 2020.
I remember that. Yeah.
Oh.
So the time I got press pass with 2 other people, we were trying to set up interviews and all this shit. And like,
Damn.
You
Well-
couldn't like roll it over.
we tried to, but then everything kind of just fell apart with what we were going to do. So
Oh,
it's
that
Yeah.
sucks.
No.
it is what it is. It just wasn't meant to be. That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've been to California once. I was actually around that building, but obviously it was empty. But like I saw like this is where the line be for Hall H and all this kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
I grew up in California. My brother's been to Comic Con like 2-3 times before, but I've never had the chance to go because
Yeah.
I've never lived there. Like
Yeah.
when
I'm,
yeah.
My brothers have gone too.
I'm actually really fortunate because I don't even have to pay for a hotel room. My cousin lives 20 minutes away from the convention center.
Ooh.
Oh, look at
Definitely
you.
fortunate.
Yep.
Are hot takes allowed tonight?
If you want to give a hot take, but it might cost you. We might have to charge you.
Okay. Well, I don't know if it'll be that hot. We'll see. I've never been to Comic-Con specifically, like any of the larger conventions. I've been to, I think, close to 10 cons now. I started doing like Walker Stalkers, which thank God they're not around anymore, but that was what I started with. I went to, 3 or 4 of those general admission, just kind of like you were saying, walking around. I wasn't doing the YouTube stuff. Well, I was, but not like reaction stuff back then, but just kind of like experiencing it for the first time. I was like, 16, 17, 18 or whatever when I was going. And then when they kind of started fizzling out because they were getting a little too big for themselves to handle, then went to Fandemic, which was fun, but not amazing. And I tried one out a couple weeks ago that I think kind of has me spoiled now, and considering not going to a Comic-Con, at least for a little bit. It was called The Camp, and it was very small, but there were a lot of casts that went there. And from what I found out, a lot of them that are going there, or that have been going there, are going there through word of mouth of other actors because of how well they're being treated and how safe they feel and everything. And it's because the main part of the convention takes place inside of a Hilton. So it's not like you got to go to some big convention center. Like they can, travel in, go there, stay there, go to events there, whatever. And they were down in the lobby at the bar, just like casually chatting with people throughout the night. And it was like a whole thing. And it was very foreign to me being at other conventions and having like a lot of the bigger name people have like security details. And like, obviously for some of the stuff, they still had like people kind of like hanging back, like just making sure everything was okay at first. But it totally blew my mind because I was pretty sure that it was going to have more hiccups than it did. It still had a couple hiccups because I think it doubled in size from what it was last year. But there were a lot of fairly high, or at least I consider like more A-list people there from like Walking Dead and Stranger Things and some stuff that I wasn't really expecting to be there. Like Lenny James was there, and there were a few like older people from Walking Dead that had been in a lot of stuff before Walking Dead that were there. And I got to talking to some of them about the different cons they've been to and, you know, their experiences at each one and like what like makes it better or worse for them as opposed to us. And a lot of them said that the main thing is them feeling taken care of, safe, comfortable, having like a general understanding of the people that are going there, know the way to treat them. And that kind of clicked with me a bit because I've realized that a lot of the other conventions I've gone to, like your Walker Stalkers and stuff like that, there seems to be a lot of people there that don't really know how to act at conventions and are very like a little too in your face or not. I don't want to say immature, but because when you're meeting, obviously everyone has their own story, but when you're meeting someone that's someone you look up to, an idol, someone that, you know, might have saved your life with what, you know, content they're in, stuff like that, it's a big thing and it means a lot to a lot of people. So I get that can be a big thing for people, but to hear from so many different people at this convention how just comfortable and safe they felt, and safe enough not only to go themselves but to reach out to other actors and try to convince and encourage them to come too. And it has me thinking like maybe the smaller ones aren't too shabby. Like initially I was like, oh, there's not, you know, going to be a bunch of people that I would know there or whatever, but I don't know. It seems like that might be a better experience. I mean, it depends on what you're going to conventions for. If you're going for like the cosplay and like then maybe like, obviously, you know, your Comic-Cons and stuff like that, the bigger ones are probably better because there's a lot more people there for the fandoms than necessarily to meet the people, or they're trying to spend time in the fandoms or whatever. This is long-winded. I didn't know if it would be a hotter take or not, that maybe the larger conventions aren't as much as they're cracked up to be, but I haven't been to one. But I was thinking about it, and this has me reconsidering. I don't know.
It's a fair point because, like, a lot of those like bigger conventions, like GalaxyCon, all that kind of stuff, like they charge you like decent pricing on tickets, but then they charge you out the ass for like photos and stuff like that. Like it's a lot.
Yeah, that's why I don't do that. I just go to their panels.
I went to London Comic-Con once. And Edward James Olmos from like Battlestar Galactica and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
He was talking and he was like he was on a panel for something and he's like, okay, yeah, they're not gonna let you come and talk to me and they're gonna make you pay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna make you come to talk to me. I'm gonna go stand at the rope and you can just come and hang out with me. Because he was like, he found it ridiculous that they were making people pay like so much money for an autograph. He's like, I don't care about that. He's like, you guys you're here to hang out.
Cool of him.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah,
it's a sticky mud that I've been trying to dangle with the pricing of paying for an autograph and photos, because these people are here to spend time with you, but they're also not working at a film or show or whatnot. So it's a double-edged sword that I've been thinking about for years. I've been starting to do cons. And what's weird, it's all about, and again, it's the same thing with interaction between fans and the creatives who are there, how like something means a lot to you, but how you want to respect boundaries. Yeah. How do I reach these kids?
This fucking that South Park quote. How do I reach these kids?
How do I reach these kids? But it's a sticky mud of like how to handle that, because I know when I've gone to, for example, Celebration, there's some celebrities, actors there who, I'd love to meet, but then I see the pricing and I'm like,
pricing.
Love you, man. But like that's a plane ticket's worth of money and whatnot. And what I tend to do nowadays, if I'm lucky, I just roam around the floor, and then while they're moving them to an extent, if I see them, hey, nice to meet you, an easy to shake. I'd rather just, as long as exactly shake your hand, say thanks. And if there's time and space to do a photo, I'm cool with that. Yeah. A photo means a whole lot more to me than having an autograph at this point. Because I'm like, you know what? I could put this in the album, be like, kids, back when in my 20s, I met all these people, and it was worth the hours and lines I waited and whatnot. I don't know.
I feel the same way about the photos versus auto thing, because like there's people that are there that are on a mission, that have like backpacks with holsters for posters, that have a full like show poster, and they're getting every single cast member to sign it, and they're gonna frame it or sell it one day. Yeah, but I don't have a big room. I can't really display many of the I have a ton of autographs just sitting on the floor next to me right now that I can't display anywhere because I don't have room. But the photos, like whether it's a live photo or a photo op or whatever, I feel like those mean a lot more because you can talk and kind of get personality. And initially I was kind of iffy on photo ops because even though they're more professional and, look nicer, a lot of the times it's like an assembly line. Like they're just like, get in, take a picture, get out.
Yeah.
And it for the price, it wasn't really feeling worth it to me. But one thing that this con did that was different than any other con I'd been to is they had events, not just panels. They had events with the cast. It's like, I don't know how many people in here have seen any like Walking Dead or like stuff like that, but there's a character in it and he goes crazy and like Morgan sets up, traps and all this stuff and booby traps this town. And the actor had an event that was a tour of this town because it was in Georgia. So a lot of Walking Dead filming locations were in Georgia. And so he like took people like on a tour of this town and like talked to and it was like an hour and a half long. And, there was another one where one of the characters made spaghetti in the show at some point. So they had a thing where they made spaghetti dinner with people. And like they had a bunch of cast that tailored events, like one-on-one, like in a conference room type thing with like 20 or 30 people. And that totally changed the con experience for me because the waiting in line and the panels, after a while, I feel like you hear the majority of the same stuff if you go and see the same people in panels.
Same questions.
Yeah, so I feel like it gets to a point where, well, to be fair, I think with some of the younger casts, like some of the casts that like grew up on a show or people that are kind of just coming into their own as an actor, I feel like you learn and hear a lot more from them because a lot of stuff is changing for them. Whereas I feel like there's other casts, if they're older or whatever, they may have kind of said everything they have to say and the experiences that they've had at this point. But the events, just being able to kind of be there like one-on-one for, 30 to 90 minutes with one of the actors, just like shooting the shit, playing games, doing whatever, was way different and way more impactful than I thought it was going to be. Like I thought it was just, just fun, whatever. But, I did, an escape room with one of the cast members, did charades. Like there was a speakeasy event that was like 5 minutes away from the hotel. It was at a bar, and two of the cast members were phenomenal singers and apparently did like a bunch of they were theater kids and they did a bunch of singing in high school and grammar school and whatever. And it was like this 20s theme thing, and they got on stage and just blew all of us away. It was insane. So if any of you have a chance to potentially go to the camp, even if you don't like Walking Dead, I feel like if you can find conventions that are like that, like smaller, kind of more, I don't want to say indie, but run well, but have bigger names that you can see that are consistently going there, I feel like that's a big indication of the quality of them. And it's definitely something I'm going to be looking out for moving forward with conventions when I go. Cause I mean, we all got bills. We all got stuff we're paying for. So I can't attend like 5 cons a year. It's like one big one a year, and that's pretty much it. So I feel like if I'm going to be going to them, if I'm going to ones that have an experience like this, oh my God, it's one I'm going to.
Wow.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
And this spot is where, Stephen Young, we shot this for.
Well, you were speaking about the photos at conventions. Like, there's someone that shot this right around the Stranger Things season 4 hype of Joseph Quinn as Eddie. This whole thing. There was a photo op. Someone took it from far away, and you see people coming up, take a photo, and they're gone immediately because there's so many. They sold so many tickets. He had no time, and he voiced his opinion on social media saying, "I really disliked this experience because they were rushing people so fast. I couldn't actually talk with these people."
Yeah.
And then a lot of people were complaining, like, I got my photo, but like I had no time to talk to them. I paid this a lot of money, and they sold way too many tickets. They're rushing people in. It's like,
yeah, absolutely.
One of the last Walker Stalkers did that too. They had half their security walk out the second day of the con. There were dozens of people that took photo ops with like Jeffrey Dean Morgan, Norman Reedus, and they just never got them, but they paid for them and never got refunds.
Wow.
They weren't doing bag checks, so that's sketchy. They had sign interpreters for some of the hard of hearing actors, and there were issues with them where there was like miscommunication, and cops or rent-a-cop, they weren't actual, but like the poor security that they hired were like not trained well and were kind of iffy with what they were doing, and there were just a whole mess of things. I'm glad that the bad cons aren't really sticking around, but wow. Yes, Gore.
What did he say? Pissing our pants yet? Oh,
I said it's time to get out of
Everyone pissing their pants yet?
Yeah.
You're gonna be.
Wow.
You're gonna be.
I tell folks that like I at least with these big cons, do it once. It's an experience worth having. The reason why I keep going back to it is just because I'm extroverted out the wazoo. I need to get out of the house, and because I don't gamble, I don't smoke, I don't drink. That's the one, my vacation, if you will, is that time. But then again, I'm also having to go, carry around a camera and do stuff because it's part of the hobby I'm doing now, and because I'm being sent to these places. It's a balance of like, all right, at the end of the day, maybe when I'm getting pizza now, I can cross paths with someone who's in the medium that we all occupy right now, and just be like, hey, how are you doing? How busy was your day? Just shoot the shit, or even a celebrity, if you will. How you would be like, oh man, how was it all day? And I agree with Jack. A lot of that stuff is funky because I remember. I knew it. I knew it that I didn't have enough time, but I met Natasha Lupordizzo, who plays Sabina in Ahsoka, and I had worn my directed by Dave Filoni shirt, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, I like your shirt." I'm like, "Thank you," and I just told him like, "Listen, keep doing what you're doing. You're honoring the character." When she's like, "Oh, thank you," and it rushes out, and I was just like, as long as everybody gets what they paid for, that's what it counts. But then again, talent, how tired are they, and how are they okay with? It's a funky.
There's certain people.
I wish more Star Wars fans acted like Ronan because hot fuck, they are entitled and spoiled to no.
We not Star Wars fans are the best.
Some of us.
Nobody these days. Nobody hates Star Wars as much as Star Wars fans.
Right.
It feels like
100%. Disney Star Wars is not real Star Wars. Okay, well, you're not a real fan, I suppose.
Yeah.
And there you have that.
Star Wars never was Star Wars to begin with.
Yeah, Star Wars, man.
Goofy shit. Some of the goofiest shit I've seen since the Acolytes debuted. Just dumb shit.
Ridiculous.
Absolutely fucking asinine.
So,
pardon my French.
The thing I was going to mention was like there's some people at those cons that literally that's their job. Like their job is to go to those cons to get paid. Like that's so you can tell like that's what they're here for. And it's unfortunate because like they might be appreciative of the fans, but really they're there because that money.
Yeah.
Because like that they're getting charged what $7,500 per, but they're getting a piece of that. But like that's a lot of money that they need, right?
Yeah.
So
that's why I don't get that many autographs. Like unless it's a good example of something of being in the right place at the right time. I went to a concert, a Game Awards concert. And there was a bunch of music being played around, but the fact that I heard that Gustavo Santaolalla was going to be there and playing either a song or two of Last of Us made it worth it to me. I'm like, all right, I just want to hear that music live. And guess what? I was like, you know what? Let me just bring the cover copy of one of the games just in case something happens, just in case I spot someone, because I'm seeing this stuff. I have my marker, and lo and behold, oh, there's Marlene, there's Neil Druckmann, oh, there's the writer, this is the guy who does the sound mixing and is also the voice of the clickers. I'm like, hey, and I tell this to fans, go knowing in that they may not be interested right now at signing stuff, and you have to respect that. That'd be like, tell them, I appreciate your work. Do you mind taking a photo and autograph? If they don't, okay, so, all right, that's fair. Shake their hand, like, have a good day, and take care. At least you have that connection. Boom. If you get the autograph and the photo, that's the plus. And that was why I was lucky to get that plus. And then hearing Gustavo play. Yeah. And then he finished his bit and there was more music. I remember just getting up halfway through the thing. I looked up and 2-3 rows behind me. No, Gore. God damn it, Gore. No, we don't talk about that. But he was 3 rows behind me and I was like, holy shit. And so again, respectful. I waited till the event ended, and unfortunately, there was a little bit of a line because there was fans who were like, oh my gosh. And I was like, let me go wait. If he's busy, tired, and he leaves by the time I get there, oh well. But I met him, and we got to talk in Spanish, and it was just the glory. I remember I was like, that made the trip, the money spent, the time waiting, I was like, glory. But then again, it never works out that way. So I tell folks, just keep minded that these folks as well have to pay bills. These folks also have to sleep like us.
Yeah.
Yep.
I hope you have that same kind of energy when we meet in person. Like that, really, like, oh my god, it's him.
Yeah. I remember I had something like that happen. Though I've been to a grand total of one big red carpet premiere as like a plus one. I went to the premiere for Eternals, and I met Rob Liefeld in the parking garage.
Nice.
Fuck, I'm sorry.
Before... he was actually very nice to me. Like, I think he was asking me for like directions for somewhere, like the bathroom or where you pay for parking or something or whatever. But I just saw him coming down the stairs. I'm like, holy shit, that's Rob Liefeld. And like, I love Deadpool. So, and I got to talk to him for like just a couple of minutes, and it was really cool. And I'm mad I didn't, go up and introduce myself to more people at the
event.
Yeah, at the event. Because I was so nervous and I was just like trying to take everything in. But no, and I can't wait to do something like that again. Hopefully, fingers crossed, someday I'll get back to one of those things. But
yeah, it's a sticky because you try to play it cool and yet know that holy shit, you want to freak out in front of a big person, whatnot.
That's what I was thinking.
I did not ask him to draw.
You should have asked them, like, hey man,
I love these.
You know who's absolutely like one of the coolest people to ever meet? Yuri Lowenthal, voice of Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
He seems awesome. He's awesome.
So super nice and down to earth. His managers into comic books, like waiting in line to see him was so worth it. Granted, this was at SAC Anime earlier this year in January, and like the largest lines at the anime at SAC Anime this year were Yuri Lowenthal and Christopher Sabat, who voices Vegeta in Dragon Ball Z, and Sabat's line was never ending. Like it was literally just always fucking full. However, by the time I went on Saturday, when the day started winding down, Yuri's line was like getting small, and I was like, if there's a time for me to get my Spider-Man 2 copy signed, it is now. And I deliberately brought my copy with me so I could get it signed by him and get a picture. So I waited in line as it dwindled down. It wasn't too late. It was like 8 o'clock Pacific time, and I was like one of the last people to get my stuff signed, and it was super fucking cool. Like he was hands down like the nicest person ever. He was super willing to take a picture, even though I fucking paid for it. Big deal. But like I genuinely, I was like, hey, I love your voice of Sasuke. I think you've done a lot of really great voice work. I love your version of Spider-Man. What happened with Aunt May at the end of the first game really hit me home, like for a lot of personal reasons. And then I kind of snuck in a question. I was like, I'm genuinely curious. Have you heard anything about Beyond the Spider-Verse? Because this was well after Across the Spider-Verse had just come out, like a couple months after. And he was like, honestly, Across the Spider-Verse was such a last-minute thing. If I am asked back for Beyond the Spider-Verse, it probably won't be until very last minute. I was like, okay, that's fair. I understand that. Hopefully you're in it. I'd love to see you get a bit of a bigger role because your cameo in that movie was super dope. He's like, yeah, that was super fun. I was like, man, I'm talking to Spider-Man right now. This is fucking cool. It's super nice. Super
That's
fucking
awesome.
cool dude. Super nice guy. Oh my god. Like he was just super fucking cool.
But I love Phil's take on that because a lot of people don't realize a lot of this that not everybody, and that's okay, but a lot of people who work in the industry now grew up like us watching the same stuff or absorbing the same stuff, and now they have the opportunity to go into those sandboxes and enhance the stuff, whether people like it or not. And it's like you can't deny that. Like hearing Phil's story, like I cannot deny that. Like, oh yeah, Lori grew up liking the shit we liked, or a lot of people right now who a lot of fans may or may not believe, people right now doing the Star Wars stuff are fans. They're geeky as hell. You may not expect or go all the way with what they're doing, but they are fans and they're trying to do stuff.
I am
outside the
like,
realm now.
it makes me so happy to see Leslie Headland talk about how much she likes Knights of the Old Republic, and yet every other fanboy is like, man, the Acolyte fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Wah. And I'm just like, you guys really don't care about Star Wars. Got it.
Especially after hearing how the remake is not like it's been going up and down. I'm like, yo, the fact that she said she liked it, we might get this made. We might get more culture.
Right. And it's like, what are we complaining about here? More Star Wars is a good thing. But it's
I mean, I feel like it also depends on the type of media that people like consuming, because not everybody is into watching like TV shows and movies, and not everyone is into video games. So I mean, I kind of get it, but I also understand the persistent whinging getting old, because I feel like I haven't found a fandom that doesn't have that yet. Every single fandom that I've found and been a part of has some sort of group that is constantly complaining about something, regardless of if it's warranted or not. So I've just come to accept that that's just part of fandoms in general.
The stuff
Yeah.
that I've seen over the last 3-4 years working the job I work, it's unbelievable. Those like sects of fandom that I mean, there's this people that just hate on everything because it's not, you know,
They
what
just
they
enjoy
want.
misery.
Right.
Exactly. And it just always finds a way to just permeate like the people who just want to enjoy stuff. Like I try to go into things wanting to enjoy stuff because I love what I do. I love movies. I love TV, and I love having fun with this stuff, and that's what I want to do. So people who do that kind of stuff just screw off.
Yeah, and you know, I to that point, I don't disagree that every fandom always has a subsect of just shite awful people in the fandom. But I will say, I think Star Wars by far has the largest because this has been permeating since 1999 with the Phantom Menace.
Yeah, I don't
He's been
disagree.
building up over time.
Yeah, 100%.
He's.
Yeah.
I've been trying to find a spot to bring him in. Sorry for the wait, Luke. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm here.
Hey. Yeah, but I think to the point, Star Wars. But I think it really depends on your approach and if you're being honest. I feel like there's people that are just grifting for views and clicks, and they don't honestly believe how they feel.
100%.
Like if they don't have actual legitimate reasons, they're just making shit up or they're just saying shit just to say it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I haven't seen the show yet. I haven't started watching it.
I had a conversation with someone the other day.
I just didn't have any interest in it.
Like I had a conversation with an old guy I went to high school with the other day, and he was like, you know, some Star Wars fans aren't built the same as other Star Wars fans. Like, what the fuck do you mean by that? He's like, well, some of them can't discern what's good and what isn't. I was like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Seriously? Like, Star Wars is generational. Just because you may not like the sequel trilogy doesn't mean the 10-year-old who fucking grew up watching The Rise of Skywalker, you know, 4 years ago, who's probably 14, 15 now, is going to hate it the same way you do years from now.
Yeah.
It was a ridiculous thing to even like read. I was just so taken aback by it. I was like, you have got to be the most entitled SOB I've come across, and we used to be in algebra class together. This is sad.
Remember, we grew up with stuff like Phantom Menace, which I mean, like we have all dealt with Star Wars stuff that we had thought was bad at some point or another because there's so much of it and it's gone on for so long. Like, given there are parts of the sequel trilogy that I don't like, but
Agreed.
I'm not gonna say that like you're ridiculous because I'm somebody who likes Marvel movies that people hate. So I've seen both sides of it. I've seen every side of like the liking things argument. So like what you're gonna like and just let people live.
Yeah. And on that note, Sin has to head out. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Chainsaw, and nice to meet some of you guys that I hadn't met before, and hope y'all have a great rest of your stream.
Thank you.
Take care, Sin.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Who the fuck was that? I don't know who that was. I don't know. Somebody.
Do you guys? You guys? Oh, go ahead, Taylor.
Well, look. If we're gonna talk Star Wars, we might as well bring in the biggest grifter I know.
Please.
Johnny.
There he is.
Before we get too far into Star Wars, what's an age check here? Because just so I know, like where people were watching
95.
stuff and when.
Cedric.
96.
92.
Okay, was anyone
90.
not 90s?
No,
90.
I was joking. I'm 95 years old. That was the joke I was saying.
Oh, I thought you were saying you were born in 95.
No, 92.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm not
still
90s.
Am I older than all of you? God damn it. Of course I am.
I'm a 2000s baby.
No, you're
Oh,
not.
shut
Yeah,
up.
he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
2000.
Are you really?
I mean, he looks.
Yes,
50,
sir,
but
ski.
He
Oh,
looks 50,
God.
but, you know.
See, now I
Ah.
feel old.
Yeah, you know, if I shave my beard, I look like I'm 12. I'll look like
Oh, me
David.
too. Mine isn't fully done right now, but
Yeah.
That's a good one, Yanni.
I was like that about 10 years ago.
Mhm.
to
That's
mildly, but
like 10 years ago, I was Johnny's age, something like that.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Fuck. Well,
To
you know,
mild-
I like
Well,
Well, the age difference didn't stop us. It's fine.
At some
True, I
point,
know.
Johnny, you're gonna wake up and when you go to bed, you're gonna go, ugh, like that old
Fuck,
man
I'm
grunt.
still now.
and then I'm gonna look over you and you go, "See, told you so."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you guys, wait, are you because you guys are back together now?
We're
or-
on the rocks. We're figuring it out slowly.
I'm on the rocks.
You
The
still
saga
owe me
continues.
child support, bitch.
Yeah, I'm working on it. And by working on it, I mean I'm not fucking giving it to you, but I'm working on it.
Yep. Saw that coming.
just working on it.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
I was gonna say to not counter, but to play, because I love playing devil's advocate, whether I'm on the side or not, just to spark interesting conversation. I feel like with the comment about the like being built different, or like whatever, I feel like a lot of people really suck at explaining their thought process and their viewpoints and stuff in a way that makes sense to other people, that doesn't come off hella disrespectful. And that's not just media, that's just everything. I think a lot of people have the pandemic, I don't think really helped that. I feel like a lot of people being inside kind of lost the art of talking.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I feel like people struggle to get their point across. And as someone that is autistic, I know that very well. It is very hard to explain the way that I think without confusing people further.
Hey,
But
you and
I
me
do
both.
think there is, I feel like it goes both ways with people there's people that aren't really able to accept criticism. Like, I don't think that, and this isn't just Star Wars, I feel like this is just in general, like Star Wars, Marvel, Walking Dead, Power Rangers, whatever. If there's nothing wrong with people enjoying things, but I think a lot of people, or not a lot, but there is a subset of people that enjoy things that have a difficult time accepting or acknowledging objective things about the stuff that they like they're not willing to accept any criticism, or they aren't really able to acknowledge that, like, I'm not statistics isn't the right word, but like analytics. I feel like a lot of people ignore analytics, and obviously people can twist and bend analytics to fit things they're trying to explain, whether good or bad. So again, it's a whole mess, but I feel like people that can look objectively at things, whether they like them or not, and acknowledge at least there's a lot of people that struggle with bias. I think it's very hard for people to separate their passion and love for something from actual, like, analytics, facts, statistics, whatever. And like, you don't have to, like, if something by all means like should be phenomenal and amazing, but you just can't stand it, like, that's okay. And I think it goes the other way too. If something is getting absolute dog water reviews and is not making any money or whatever, and you enjoy it, you're perfectly within your right to enjoy it. But I think, like, in both of those scenarios, there's a lot of people that struggle with the other side, and it's unfortunate, because I think it would be, I mean, it's a perfect world if everyone can just agree to respect people's opinions, but I don't think that's possible.
Well, it's actually kind of a good point there, man. Like, because I'm actually not even gonna lie to you guys. There's actually been plenty of times I've actually gotten people that have actually come after me with my opinions on certain films. Like, I've even gotten pointed out directly on somebody's review for a certain movie because of the fact that I enjoyed it. I got pointed out directly, and I'm like, bitch, really?
I got attacked for my video. When I did my reaction for the Marvels after I was doing the review portion, I'm like, and they literally took a bunch of people's like videos and shit and compilation, and they included me in the video.
I even saw that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like.
Well, I have two. One, I'm still getting crap from people because I like Love and Thunder. Oh, this is the same.
I've gotten shit for that too, dude.
Okay, and then I've also gotten I've been called racist online for writing an article about a quote from Letitia Wright on Chadwick Boseman. I had the entire recast T'Challa crew like come after me on Twitter. And like I don't know if you guys know me like specifically, but that's just never a word that I would have expected to have been associated with me in any way, shape, or form. So
I feel
that happened to me too with Wakanda Forever. Half my comment section was like, oh, you're only liking it because you're a white dude, so you want to look cool. And then the other half was like, oh, thank you for supporting me. And
it's like, if you hate on it,
I was like, I just like the movie, bro.
And if you hated on it, they would have called you racist. Like, you can't.
Oh, and it wasn't even like an opinion thing or anything. I was just reporting on a quote, from somebody talking about the movie.
That's another thing, dude. Like, sometimes they'll just take that one quote and then just completely take it out of context, and I'm just like,
yep,
just shut the fuck up.
Like, well, it's the thing of the
ridiculous.
It's the thing about the director of the upcoming Star Wars film that's going to have Rey come back in like basically episode 10. And she was talking years ago at a thing, and she said that I'm making movies to hurt men, or like what it was basically like against men. But she was making films that were like in her country that was like targeting and going after the men of her country that are oppressing women. And people are using that as, she's making that's her thing about Star. Like that's completely separate.
Yeah, it's
just
taking a quote out of context to fit a narrative. Is what it is.
And not just like
honestly,
that just Star Wars stuff.
I hear everyone on the panel right now, and I feel like James Franco in that one like picture with the noose around his neck, like, hey, first time. I hear you guys because I am a Zack Snyder fan, and I've been attacked multiple times for that.
I get it.
It's also because you're a Philly cheesesteak. So
I feel like I missed something, because I swear that there was so much happiness and praise surrounding that man, and then all of a sudden and I'm not terminally online, so maybe I missed something, but it feels like people switched up so fast on him and the work he does.
It's the Rebel Moon
and Army of the Dead.
It's just easy to pile on him.
It was right after Snyder Cut, after that movie finally came out, and I think it was a hell of an accomplishment. I think to me, a hell of an accomplishment, but also I think much like Star Wars, lessons are not learned, and
never.
People took it off and went off the deep end. And I as someone who, again, I am a Zack Snyder fan, but I'll be frank, I'm not digging 100% of the stuff he's put out after the Snyder Cut. Now, having said that, I literally just said it like a few minutes ago that I'm excited for Twilight of the Gods. That animation looks really good, and the fact that Phil and I get to talk about this stuff, it shows how sane we are, because I'm not making 20 videos of how much this stuff is either working, not working, and Phil's not making 20 videos of how much this stuff is working and is not working. It's like, come on, y'all.
I mean, we've had a civil conversation about Rebel Moon. Like, I think I was probably a little bit more warmer to it than you, but even then, I was like, these aren't even the movies that I'm expecting to see, because they're coming in a couple months. Exactly. I know Jordan hasn't even seen. Have you even seen part 2, Jordan?
Yeah, I watched it.
Okay, and you're not very hot on them. You're waiting for the R-rated cuts to see if it moves the needle for you, right?
Yeah, because the second one was worse than the first one, in my opinion.
See, okay.
So
I honestly I'm gonna be real. I do not care about the director's cuts because of how those two films turned out for me. Like, in all honesty, I just don't care. If you want the director's cut to actually if you don't want a director's cut, then just have it happen the first time. Like,
it's Netflix. That was
the thing we talked about, right?
It was
Netflix
right. They wanted their own Snyder Cut experiment, and that's the thing. But that's the thing. He wanted to do this, though.
Yeah, he agreed to it.
Yeah, but then Netflix just took over on it, and I'm just like,
well, no, because
the
contract he signed, Zach agreed to it, and the agreement was, you make 2 PG-13 version cuts, and then you can do whatever the fuck you want, but you have to give us these other 2 versions.
Basically, he did what he did with Justice League with Rebel Moon. He shot 2 versions of the same movie, different ways on the same budget. He basically made 4 movies for $166 million, just like he made 2 versions of Justice League, because he shot what the studio wanted, and then he shot what he wanted to do. He did the same exact thing with Rebel Moon, and that's why he's even said once or twice now, like, I deliberately shot things differently, purely because I knew I was getting an R-rated cut out of it. So if you didn't like the PG-13 versions, fine. No one is forcing you. And I'm not even saying this to anyone on the panel. Nobody is forcing you, the collective you of the people on the internet. No one's forcing you to fucking watch the R-rated cut. If you didn't like what you saw with the PG-13 cut, chances are you probably might not like what you'll see with the R-rated cut. But if you're genuinely curious, because let's face it, like, the man makes better movies with R-rated versions of his movies. Like, he does better on the director's cut than he ever has on theatrical. Very rarely has his theatrical cuts ever landed super well. The only
that's exactly why I'm waiting for a director's cut, because this like Batman vs Superman and the Snyder cut, like theatrical cuts, I don't like at all. The extended cuts, fucking awesome. So I'm not even gonna watch the PG-13 versions. I'm just waiting for the R-rated cuts.
It's funny because that 3-hour cut, the ultimate cut of BVS that came out later, that was the original cut.
Yeah. And you could tell when you're watching it. Like, and I'm sure you're probably going to tell when you're watching Rebel Moon, for the people that watch both, like, oh, wow.
That's what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
When you see those images he put out, like, this is very, like, what is all this shit?
Dude, part 1 of new Rebel Moon part 1, the R-rated cut, Chalice of Blood, 3.5 hours long. Part 2, Curse of Forgiveness, is almost 3 hours. It's a damn near 6-hour epic, and it's going to be completely different. R-rated, hard sex, a bunch of crazy outer space.
Since we're talking Zack Snyder, we have to bring in the biggest fan of Zack Snyder.
Oh, I wish we couldn't get copyright. We would put in Hallelujah.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah. Can't wait. The gratuitous sex.
So Gore, give us your opinions, your love and praise of Zack Snyder. Go.
I don't fucking care, bro. I don't even talk about him. I want to talk about him.
So what?
But again, this is
still waiting for that R-rated cut, Sucker Punch. Yeah, what is that?
And I like Sucker Punch.
Well, the thing is, that movie has like some rights issues tied up with it. That's why he hasn't been able to finish it. Oh, it's unfortunate. It really sucks.
I like the concept of Sucker Punch, like the idea of like the different like worlds that like she's going into. Like I thought that was cool, but it wasn't the best. But I thought, okay, it's interesting. I
wasn't the best is a nice way to put it.
but I also agree it's not a great movie. But I think like when she's like transitioning like the samurai shit and then like the post-apocalyptic world, I like all like that's
makes a good trailer. I'll give it that.
Trailers like,
oh yeah.
Zack Snyder movies do make for great trailers.
Oh, yeah. Is Sucker Punch the movie with RZA in it from Wu-Tang Clan?
Yeah, no. Isn't he like a blind master?
I thought so.
Oscar Isaac. He is in it. I want to say he is in it.
Oscar Isaac in it. Oscar's eyes.
Oscar Isaac. No, that's the man with the iron fist.
Wow.
Yes, exactly.
Iron Fist is in the
movie? No, the man with the iron fist.
What?
The movie with RZA, yeah. That Tarantino and Eli Roth produced, directed, I think. No, and I was also thinking of. I was also thinking. I think he was in one of the G.I. Joe movies. Was he?
I just remember a kung fu movie with RZA, and I was like,
"Oh, that's a man with the iron fist." He directed that also.
Exactly.
That's what it was. Okay.
You just said of G.I. Joe, they're fucking supposedly crossing over officially Transformers and G.I. Joe.
Put RZA
with Chris Hemsworth leading. We'll see.
Which is weird because he also played Optimus Prime in the animated.
I think that's the connection. That's why they're bringing him over to play.
No. So that Transformers 1 is completely separate movie from what they're trying to do.
Well, it is, but I think with him working with Paramount already, they're just going to bring him over to this, like to play a character.
I'm guessing.
I love you, man, but Peter, he's Optimus. It's like,
dude, absolutely, yeah. I think he's going to be like one of the G.I. Joes.
Well, the crap so fucking Optimus Prime.
Oh god, don't even get me started on doing Family Guy voices.
Oh my god. Optimus needs to come in like fucking Chumley. God damn it, you fucking idiot.
God damn it, Bumblebee, you fucking asshole.
Yeah, you fucking idiot.
Snake eyes.
Fucking yellow Chevy piece of shit.
My name is Optimus Prime.
Yes.
Yeah, don't even get me started on doing voices and stuff because that's like a weird hobby that I do.
You're just saying this so we say do it.
Yeah, do it. Do some voices.
Do a voice.
Come on, get along just fine. I do voices too, man.
Do it.
Do it.
With the baby.
Say a line, Bart.
Can you do Mickey Mouse?
Oh no! That is that's in a register that doesn't.
The fire rises.
Hey, I'm Cleveland.
Where's the link, man? What's the name? You left your
Which is so funny because I literally was playing because it's on free for PlayStation Plus. That Cosmic Shake or whatever SpongeBob game.
There's a free SpongeBob game?
It's on for PlayStation Plus members.
SpongeBob Battle Royale.
Cosmic Shake or something.
Yeah, Cosmic Shake. That was the last one.
It was because of Alpha Bikini Bottom came out and it was like people were like freaking out about it. Re-released.
Is it Mr. Krabs overdoses on ketamine?
Classic video game.
Wow.
I'm fucking faded, Mr. Squidward.
I love that there's a fucking TikTok audio that's going around where everyone's like sharing. It's like Mr. Krabs, like it goes, "What the particles?" He's screaming his Dr. Zed.
Oh man, SpongeBob, what a guy!
Yeah, insanity.
Oh, did you see that? I think I see it funny where it's Fortnite and SpongeBob collab. Like,
they're so good. They're so good. Just fucking editing different SpongeBob clips in the Fortnite, and it's always
Power
perfect.
Rangers collab.
I'm waiting on the SpongeBob season, brother. I need to be Patrick.
No, guys, we have the Metallica shit starting tomorrow. Fuck yeah, that's what.
Yeah, but I need to be Patrick so I can shit on James Hetfield.
No,
Hetfield.
I saw Gore's fucking reaction. Like, there's James Hatfield or something.
They're all James Hetfield.
There's Mars.
James Hatfield and McCoy's.
Yeah, Kirk Hamlet.
Yeah. I don't know how you fucking
Metallica.
Yeah, I was gonna say Metallica.
What the fuck? Yeah, it's Metallica.
It's Metallica.
Yeah, fucking Metallica.
I like how in the fucking Discord, Draven shared something. Are you creaming right now? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, he was already fucking. He's fucking Randy in that South Park episode. He's covered in fucking fluids.
I was at work when that.
Oh damn, bro! I'm gonna get fired.
I'm looking at like the song list and looking at the images, like, holy shit, this is fucking amazing.
So it was literally just chainsawing like a fucking stock rumor, like Jared's closet somewhere, just on his phone, like, oh my god.
Oh god! Open the door, tidal wave of his.
He starts blasting Metallica music while yelling "Woo!" like Ric Flair.
We have an Alexa in our front office, so I literally will tell Alexa to play Metallica.
There it is.
Of course you will, you fucking fanboy.
Play that one Metallica song.
What do you want me to do? Oh, I do wear Metallica shirts to work on casual Fridays. So
I can't wear my Metallica shirts to work anymore. My boss gave me some shit today for wearing a cutoff. Because it's like 110 degrees out in California. And my boss was like, you can't really wear those shirts. It's not policy. And I was like, you understand it's 110 outside, right? He's like, yeah, but you can't wear shirts like that. And I was like, oh, okay. So you should probably tell the other 3 people wearing cutoffs too to same thing.
He felt threatened by your guns.
He felt threatened by me.
Oh shit!
That's the great thing about working from home is I can wear whatever I want.
I mean, exactly. If they weren't Stranger Things, they wouldn't get in Fortnite. Exactly, because they're so like not known. No one knows them. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Good for them. That's gonna help their careers take off.
Yeah, because maybe they'll get out of playing in clubs.
Billie Eilish first, and then Metallica.
You know, the Weeknd and Travis Scott just had to put the game on the map first, so then they could put on indie artists like Metallica. Yeah, but
you know? Billie Eilish was before Metallica.
Yeah.
Billie Eilish.
They got the big guys out of the way first, and like, all right, we'll put Metallica in, and we'll give these guys a shot.
Bill Whiplash.
We just have to have sicko mode first, you know.
They just put all the really terrible music up there. I'm still waiting for like good stuff.
Which there is.
Do you like anything, Gore? Jesus.
No, definitely not.
I didn't think so.
If it's
I love The Last of Us.
This guy coming here ranting and raving for 12 hours like about like anything. So I'm sorry. I joke about one thing. Excuse me.
No, not allowed to tell jokes here.
No.
Only
jokes.
Only facts.
Harry Seinfeld said that. No more jokes.
Oh God.
You just never know. You just never know what to expect because, like, especially whenever Phil and Jake get into a room together, I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen there. Like,
Life is a box of chocolates.
Fireworks.
Like, well,
of the good or bad kind.
Some kind of fireworks. You're right.
Yeah.
Something.
I feel something.
I know. You always feel something, especially when I'm around.
Is that my dick vibrating? I think it's my dick vibrating.
Could be.
Touching all the right parts of your ears.
Oh yeah. I felt that in my loins.
Yeah.
That was perfect, man.
Get that voice thing to fucking work.
I need one of those.
Me too.
Oh Lord.
Then I can just actually be Bane all the
It's
time.
so much more simple. It's not even like a mixer or anything. It's literally just an app on my desktop. It's amazing.
Oh, you merely adopted the dark. I was born.
I'm here to fulfill Ra's al Ghul's destiny. I'm losing my voice a little bit, so it's not as on point.
Yeah. Then there's the Harley Quinn version. I will be this great God's reckoning.
Which I love. Harley Quinn should just like said, "Fuck, we're just gonna do that Bane."
Yeah. It's gonna have my favorite version of Bane, honestly.
I gotta watch that show. I've seen so many clips from it, and it's just fucking.
Dude, it's so good.
I gotta watch it.
It's hilarious, actually.
Fucking hysterical.
Yeah, check that out.
That show's so funny.
Yeah,
I love Lake Bell's Poison Ivy. I think she's fantastic, and
she's really good. Yeah,
she's so good. Just like her dry line delivery. Oh my god, it's so funny. Oh man,
and then Kaylee Cuoco just goes insane.
That she does.
Oh yeah.
Who's the Joker in that show?
Alan Tudyk.
Alan Tudyk.
Alan
It
Tudyk.
is. Yeah, I was gonna say. I
Alan
remember it's
Tudyk.
someone that I like. Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, Alan Tudyk voices him and Clayface.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that show's so good.
That shows. And they brought back Diedrich Bader as Batman too.
They did.
From Brave and the Bold, and it just fits so well.
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh, I actually met one of the storyboard artists in Harley Quinn when I was at SAC Anime last year too.
Nice.
Super nice guy. Yeah,
Very cool.
it was pretty awesome. Yeah. I told him I loved the fight between him and Bane, like Batman and Bane in that show, because it's just so. It's honestly like one of the most accurate depictions of how that fight would go. Bane would just beat the absolute dog shit out of Batman. It was fucking great.
Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah. Oh well, that one was fun. Like I said,
I
it's
was
great. It
wondering
really
what would
fun.
break first. Oh yeah, seeing that in theaters and hearing his spine crack, I like cringed in my seat. I was like, "Oh,
Oh
Brucey."
man. I
pretty
shouted
Brucey.
yes. I shouted yes so loud the first 4 rows in front of me jumped and some guy looked
Yeah, I was so conflicted because like, oh, I love Bane, and I was like, God, but Brucey, oh God, he's fucked.
Yeah.
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 Also, shout out Tom Hardy for avoiding any voice, doing every voice except his own.
Yeah, I appreciate it. You never know what voice you're gonna get. It's never gonna be his, so it's interesting.
My question is, why are you only saying hi to me? Like, all these other people just doesn't exist?
Wow, that's fucking rude, Field Marshal 980.
Ooh, fucking rude.
Fucking hell.
Luke, I guess you can go since it's like 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. there. I guess you can leave.
Yeah, it's 4 in the morning.
Get some sleep.
Yeah, get some.
Holy
I
shit.
guess you can get some sleep and be a human being. I guess.
I won't get much sleep. My kid's probably gonna wake up in an hour. So.
Of course. Well, I appreciate you being on. I really appreciate
Power
it.
nap.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Good
Yeah,
morning.
I'll do it again. See you later, guys.
Bye.
Nice.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Man, who in the fuck?
Fuck was that?
Who the hell?
was that?
I
Yeah,
don't
he's
know.
Bane.
What the hell was that?
The hell?
Get the fuck out of my body.
Better. Okay. Yeah. Hello. everybody.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Hola.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
These people are okay. I guess it's fine.
Am I okay?
Oh,
Just
so
put up with us.
just want to let you know. I tried to invite Davern. Apparently, he's drunk tonight, so he's not joining.
Oh,
Wow,
that
that's
would have
a
been good.
first.
Shadow.
I think he's making shit up. I don't believe a 12-year-old.
Haven't passed out again.
What do I know?
What kind of bar would sell alcohol to a 12-year-old? They should be shut down.
The one that wants to be shut down, evidently.
Like a 19-year-old? Okay. All right, you're trying to let him have a good time. A 12-year-old? Oh my god, dude. What the fuck is wrong with
Oh
you?
my
Right?
god!
You goddamn nihilist.
Honestly,
Crazy.
the only way they'd probably sell
He
to
just wants
them
to
is
get annihilated.
if they caught the owner doing something they shouldn't have been, like stealing or trying to pick up the 12-year-old. Then they might let him drink. Not good regardless, but
He is 69 card.
Good going.
Oh,
God.
Who was it?
has anyone heard from Draven recently?
I just said Davern.
Yeah, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
autistic.
Well,
I didn't know
that's-
that's who you were talking about.
No. That's his new nickname. because
Davern,
literally
dude.
Somebody in the comments said, "Hey, Davern, are you excited for Moana 2?" And they're like, "Davern, who the fuck is that?"
That
Who
was
the
he
fuck
ran
is
with it.
Draven?
Okay.
But just in case, tell me the whole thing again. I wasn't listening.
Draven's like a 9-year-old kid. But he's
Yeah.
not. But
Oh, I know.
No,
he barely looks old enough to be a father.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a new. He's
I mean,
a new
he
dad.
is a great father, but
He's.
I mean, if
he's,
I saw him, I wouldn't think he was a father.
he's super white.
I agree.
He's
I agree
almost
with Jack, by the
transparent
way.
how white he is.
I mean, I am
yeah.
too, but it's just hot in my room.
No,
Normally,
he's
I'm pretty
really
pink.
fucking like he
Super
only
white.
disappears when you put him next to like something white.
That's why we call him Wonder Bread.
Yeah, like me.
I
He-
used to be called Wonder Bread.
He would also eat a lot of fucking. He would eat bread on stream, just
Yeah.
straight loaves of bread. Just don't know why, just eating bread because he's an idiot.
He's consumed a lot of things on stream.
Yeah, a lot of things.
Some
Then-
Doc Pep.
So we always find something to make fun of him about, just to be silly. So someone in the comments said, "Hey, Davern," they spelt it Davern, not Draven. Are you excited for
Got it.
Moana 2? We pulled up like Davern, and then that stuck. So now he's Davern.
Nice.
It's very mean.
There's
Love that.
always.
He's too and
Great
then make
lore.
an excuse like he's too drunk, bro. What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't think he's drunk. I think he's just making shit up. I just don't.
Great lore
just
we
like-
have.
Yeah.
No, I think he says that because he's like,
Well, when he was eating
He's just
bread one
out.
time, he left and came back with turkey and was wrapping the loaf halfway.
Yeah, blood wasn't even
Nick was
making a
looking at
sandwich.
He was just like flipping and eating. Yeah.
Like, bro had all the ingredients for a sandwich. Said, "Nah, I'm gonna just separate it and eat them individually." He's definitely fucking Dexter.
Maybe he's resting with the
In
beard.
fairness,
He's been on a binge.
I
Game of
eat peanut
Thrones.
butter with a spoon, so call me.
Well,
crazy.
that's fine.
I've
I
done
do that
that.
too.
Better than making your
There's
dog
a
eat it off
family can
you.
do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had Phil eat peanut butter off me too, so it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
I'm glad you guys can admit this on stream. It's really
Like I said,
How do you
we're working through it. You exist, buddy. What do you think happened?
Yeah, like I was gonna say, how the fuck do you think
You weren't here by the will of the Force.
I could be.
No, buddy.
Oh, too soon.
We got into
Johnny.
it.
Too soon.
I haven't seen the episode, but I heard. I'm like,
I mean, there
okay.
was some force involved. Don't.
And
let's
maybe
not-
Oh, there was a lot of force, just not the kind of force you would.
It was the writers that were doing most of the force.
Sure.
Enough force to knock all my fucking Funko Pops off the wall. Let me tell you.
I love how well, I think it was Chainsaw who was like Draven. Davern, you're going through the Game of Thrones show too quick, man. You're burning through them like that.
You're burning it way too fast.
Yeah, he's going crazy.
He's binging it for the first time.
going
and he's like,
fucking
Oh
nuts.
my god.
it's so,
I-
has everybody here at least seen season 1 of Game of Thrones?
No, but I don't care.
I've watched
Yes,
the first
I don't
5
care.
episodes.
Yes, I've seen.
I
I've seen
tried to
every bit of
binge
it.
it. It is those episodes are so goddamn long. Like
What
I
did
try
you
to
stop
They
stop
are.
it.
They
Where did you
are.
stop
They are
at?
very long.
Do you remember
I'm
where you
like
stopped?
maybe halfway through season 1 or so. But
Okay.
but
Well-
I don't care. I know most of what happens anyway.
Okay, so he commented in our Discord chat. He's like, I love Ned Stark so much.
Who was the next person that he started spouting love for?
Rob?
Joffrey.
Joffrey.
No,
Yeah.
Reminded himself of
it was. Oh man,
Joffrey.
it was.
Twerp.
It was. So he said Eddard Stark or Ned. He said Ned Stark, and then there was another character. Like both these characters die fucking.
Do you say
immediately.
Jamie? I don't even
No,
know.
no. Okay, no, you're right.
I
It was-
hated Jamie.
It was Jamie, but
I'm
then I
pretty
was.
sure he hated Jamie.
I didn't even watch the show, and I just remembered that
Okay.
from Discord.
So he liked
Tyrion.
Ned.
He said.
Oh,
He definitely said Tyrion.
Tyrion,
No,
there we
you're
go.
right, Tyrion. Yeah,
Mm.
but as soon as he said Ned Stark, I was like, "Oh man, your
Poor
head's gonna roll."
So,
I
and
was
then,
like, "Your head's gonna roll."
so before Gore, Jake, and Andy, and it was someone else joined in, it was me and Davern for like 10 minutes on the Discord call. He's like, I'm on season 5, man. I'm getting through this. And then he's like, I heard season 6, episode 9 is like is amazing. And he went and looked at the fucking description. Oh, Battle of the Bastards. I'm like, dude, stop. And he's like, what? And he's like it says like what's, I forget his name off the top of my head.
Ramsey.
Ramsey.
John?
He's like, I fucking hate Ramsey. And he's like Battle of the Bastards. Like, he's like, Jon Snow's a bastard. I'm like, dude, stop it right now. Just stop.
Just stop.
Because he's like,
Well, when he does a reaction to Effie, you know it's gonna be bullshit. Whatever he does.
yeah, 'cause he's
Honestly, I'm not
He's
gonna lie.
totally bullshitting it,
The
dude.
first time that I watched that, I was flabbergasted at how amazing it was. But the more times I've watched it, the more annoyed I get with how fucking stupid some people are in that
Oh, yeah.
episode.
Oh, yeah.
It hurts my soul. Oh,
I haven't seen it, but when I think somebody mentioned Red
Just
Wedding,
zigzag, you fucking moron.
Oh, Rickon.
not even just
Yeah.
that. Like
Yeah.
John was a fucking imbecile. Ugh.
Oh, yeah. Well, John, he was fueled. with
Cinematically, it's one of the
anger.
most beautiful battles I've ever seen. One of, not. I'm not tarnishing top tier
What?
stuff, but I was
What
just
are we
saying, I'm not
tarnishing?
gonna just.
That's
I'm not
good.
gonna catapult it above Lord of the Rings or anything.
But
I
then-
would.
Then he's like, it wasn't-
Overrated.
Oh, the battle between Ahsoka and Anakin in the realm.
That's
of
not.
the
Now we're
world.
talking. Let me
10
tell
out
you.
of 10.
Oh, man.
No,
I
Oh
like
my
how you
God.
could definitely tell Rosario Dawson had no idea what she was doing while swinging the fucking lightsaber.
No shit.
then he asked me, am I going to dislike season 8? I hear it's bad. I'm like, well, I don't know how you're going to feel because you're binging.
You don't like it. It's dumb
You know what I,
bullshit. So
you
you'll
know what I
love
would have
it.
said? I would have been like, watch the fucking show.
Well, I told him, like, I don't know how you're going to feel because you're
fucking
binging.
inhaling the shit. So
Yeah, well, I said like you're binging the show instead of waiting years, like a lot of us did. So I don't know how you're gonna feel when you get to season 8, but I'm like the drop off starts happening at season 7, but it really drops in season 8. Like you're really like I don't know how you're gonna feel.
you'll love it.
Yeah, he'll probably.
mean-
Yeah,
I thought it was great, and then he'll see what other people had to say, and they'll be like, you know, actually,
yeah,
I
like
didn't
his,
like it.
yeah, like his whole fucking shit about how Invincible sucks. He made a whole fucking video about how the show sucks. Just
That was
watch it.
actually one of the most brain dead things I've ever
I
seen in
know
my life.
I know the point. Phil hates it, but he was just trying to like bait people And like he's never seen the fucking show, and he's like, "Fucking, it's like shut." And he starts like, "It's not bad." So he deleted the video. I'm like,
it was after you and I talked to him. We're like, "Did you see it?"
And then and he got fucking death threats, didn't he?
Well,
really?
He's an idiot.
Yeah, because people were like shitting on him.
That's why I don't make hate content. That's why I don't make hate bait content. It's not.
That's where you tracked.
Yeah,
that's
right.
Why I loved in the Discord when he says, "I heard this whole thing about the Red Wedding. Should I react to it?" I just put the Shrek gif of just me laughing. I'm like, "Go for it, dude!" But like, don't read into it.
Well, him knowing it's called the Red Wedding, it's like, the fuck. What's the point of you reacting to? You already know shit's about to go down. Like,
right?
The episode's not called the Red Wedding, is it? Like,
I think
no,
it's not. Wait, is it Reigns of Casimir?
The rings of
there we go.
No, the Reigns of Castamere.
Because I heard it. Because I never saw it. When I saw it, and then when I saw, it, I was like,
the
"Oh,
Ding Dong of Castamere."
Well, it's funny because like literally when he said, "Yeah," when I watched it, I couldn't look.
That
at it.
has created.
Look away. I'm like, look away. What? Like, I understand it's brutal, but like, dude, that's the whole. You're leading to this shit after 3 seasons. What do you mean?
You guys know better by now, right?
Wait till he watches House of the Dragon.
Yeah, like you've seen graphic assault in that show up to that point. Like, how can
for
you
season 2? I cannot wait for season 2.
Handle that?
That's good.
Yeah.
Well,
because he is young. I get it.
You're forgetting Draven's like 9. You're forgetting. So he,
no, traumatized.
He's watching this right now, crying.
Yes.
Yeah. Drunk, crying in the club.
Yeah.
In the club,
he'll remember this. In the club,
he's drunk, crying in the club, totally jorking it.
You mean the fucking crib, bro?
All it says is I don't necessarily gravitate toward like crazy violent stuff, but I've given Game of Thrones and like House of Dragon and stuff like that a shot. So
I'm a Tarantino guy.
House of the Dragon is not even.
That's what matters.
I love me some violence. Let me tell you.
I'm a sick fuck.
That's what matters. You gave it a shot.
I like a quick fuck.
Exactly.
I'll do that.
I said
I saw Hateful
like a
Eight.
quick fuck.
That was
okay.
yeah.
Oh, Hateful Eight, yeah. That's
Hateful Eight's fantastic.
Yeah.
My mom and stepdad went and saw that, and they didn't know what it was.
Marco ain't worth a peso.
So they left early. Like they said, like we were just going. We saw that Kurt Russell was on, or Samuel Jackson. They just like they didn't know when they went in and they walked out.
They had no idea.
No idea.
Daisy, when I hit you really hard in the elbow.
Then they saw women getting abused, hard R's.
Yeah, well, she fucking deserved it though.
Somebody not getting a blanket.
I think the hardest.
They didn't tell me they were gonna go see it. Like
Daisy
like,
deserved that shit,
we're gonna go out to dinner. We're gonna see a movie. Okay, I'm at the house. Just all of a sudden they're back early. I'm like, why are you guys back? Like, we left like 40 minutes in. I'm like, well,
it was too good.
They saw Walton Goggins and they're like, yeah, no.
Yeah. What? Walton Goggins is amazing.
Oh, he's fantastic.
Oh, so they definitely didn't sit through all of Django then.
No. Well, no, they
Django's probably more fast paced. So
yeah.
Oh yeah.
But like
Django's my favorite Tarantino movie.
They walked out.
Glorious Bastards did.
And I didn't know they were going.
A ton of Tarantino, but Pulp Fiction for me.
When they
Pulp Fiction's my second.
Mine's got to be either Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Pulp Fiction, or Jackie Brown. It's one of those
Jackie
three.
Brown.
Okay. I'm an Inglourious Bastards stan right here.
Yeah.
Inglourious Bastards has been on my list for so long. I gotta check that one out.
Frau von Hammersmark.
My family who
have
doesn't
you ever heard of the Bear Jew?
The Bear Jew.
Do you like Nazis getting killed?
Hell yes, I'm Jewish.
Okay,
so
then that movie is for you.
Yeah, you enjoy it.
Like,
wow.
Like, no, if you want to see that, then if you want that, then fucking watch Sisu and fucking Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare.
Oh my god, Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare was so good.
Yo, Sisu was so good. God,
I just rewatched Sisu last night, man. That movie still is fucking awesome, dude.
That's my favorite like bad guy death ever. Like
you guys might think I'm sick, but for one Christmas, because we were so bored and we're like, I get it, Jesus, the cross, I get it. You know, we were like, we seen Die Hard so many times.
Passion of Christ.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course.
I don't know where I am on the Die Hard as a Christmas movie thing.
Bible mixed with Saw.
It's Jesus' birthday. Let's watch the movie where he fucking died.
Yeah, he gets fucked up. He respawns later. It's fine.
CCD.
No.
I remember.
He gets fucking reamed.
No, I don't think Ronan was done.
My family, who like my Mexican family, who doesn't like really speak English all the way, they know some stuff. They're like, wait, what, Mike? They're like, Mike, give us something new. And like, well, there's a movie on Netflix right now that's really good. I don't know if you guys want to watch it. And they're into action movies and they don't mind violence. And so I was like, all right, let's put it. And it's Inglourious Bastards. And
Nice.
and usually they get tired of people talking. And so I'm like, oh, they're going to fall asleep and I'm going to enjoy it by myself. We got through that first opening with the
Oh my god.
and they were hooked and they're like, oh no. And then we got to it and my grandmother was having the funnest time she's had. She was like, oh, and my family's a little bit like Draven where they're like, is this gonna happen next? This is gonna happen next? And it's just like, guys, don't stop asking questions, just watch the movie. And I think that was one of the best Christmas mornings we ever had, just watching.
Nice. Au revoir, Shoshana.
Yeah, that was one thing I do with my one thing I do with my family when we're all in town together is, because we're Jewish, we spend Christmas at the movies. Nice. One year we did Wolf of Wall Street together.
Oh yeah, it says Christmas like hookers and blow. Let me tell you,
right? My younger brother and my then girlfriend, my now wife, and my wife and I were just sitting there next to my family. We're just like, I want to be anywhere but here right now.
Has anyone here seen Spartacus?
Hell
the show?
Yeah.
No, not the show.
I remember.
I watched the first 2 seasons.
We saw a trailer for that, and then we decided to watch it as a family.
Oh no,
when
that
it was
bad
airing.
Every 10 minutes is fucking a long Zack Snyder fucking slow motion sex scene every 10 minutes.
Yeah, or just like a lineup of dudes like measuring dongs or like someone primally.
They talk about their dicks a lot in that show. Yeah. One of my favorite lines is that forever is in that show. It's, remove cock from ass. Just
that. But here's a funny meme. Here's a funny meme about this. So basically, there's a GIF of Margot Robbie getting out of bed in the movie, wearing next to nothing, and then there's this guy that's and the quote says, "I only like Wolf of Wall Street for the plot," and then underneath it says the plot.
Yeah, of course.
It's Margot Robbie.
Oh yeah, Margot Robbie's the plot to my life.
What's my favorite? What's the line? The scene in Wolf of Wall Street where he's like,
"That's why I didn't like Barbie."
Oh my god, Steve Madden.
Steve. She's so hot in front of his wife. Oh Jesus!
Just fucking jorking it, dude.
Yeah, and I drove out of there perfectly, and then you see what actually happened. He's just crashing.
Oh my, the Quaalude scene is peak cinema.
Oh,
it's so good.
I love that you see him drive out of there like it's perfectly fine. It's like, wait. Oh, it's so good.
Him landing the helicopter at the beginning. He's like,
yeah.
Go get some rest, man. I'll talk to you, brother.
Sell me this pen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I need you to write something down.
Yeah, fucking John Bernthal.
Yeah, John Bernthal, man.
Supply and demand.
He's been waiting backstage. We'll bring him in because Cinema's here. Welcome, sir.
Yes.
Sorry, it's chaos in here. I was trying to get a word in, and then people just talked over me. So I'm like, I'll just fucking let it go. Whatever.
I was trying to
chaos, baby.
I was trying to say what Shane said.
It's like
it's whatever. And like, at this point, we went past so far. I'm like,
I'm sorry. I'm very passionate about hookers and blow.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, look at it.
They're two of my greatest joys in life.
The point I was trying to make was like, if they would have told me they were going to go see Hateful Eight, I would have told them that's not a smart choice. Like, I didn't see the movie, but like I heard how controversial it is, and they didn't tell me that we're going to go see a movie. They didn't say nothing about what it was, so I didn't fucking know. So I'm like,
I was going to go see with my dad, and he was like, "Yeah, I heard about the movie." No,
they don't keep up.
And he's a Tarantino fan, and then we watched it. I was like, "Yeah, it's Tarantino. It's not that bad."
It's not Disney, or if I don't talk about it, they don't know. So they're like, "We're gonna go out to dinner and go see a movie," and they came back early, and they're like, "I'm like, why? Like, we didn't know. We just saw that Samuel Jackson and Kurt Russell. Like, guys, you should have fucking asked me. I would have told you."
Because Sam Jackson didn't give that guy the blanket, so he left.
Right.
Yep.
I still haven't seen the movie, so I don't know.
That movie gets better.
Oh, you gotta watch that
once I rewatch it. Like, I don't rank it in my top 3, but it gets
I've seen it maybe twice.
It's up there.
Isn't there like an extended series version of it on Netflix?
Yeah, I was just saying, is it worth watching?
I think they took it off.
Or
I think they took that
movie?
off.
I haven't
Just watch the movie.
I could have sworn I heard they took it off.
Because the movie's like fucking 3 hours long.
It's a long
It's
one.
like a 4-hour cut, I think, too.
Yeah, like the regular theatrical cut's fine. It's fantastic. I think it's maybe. Well, I know a lot of people probably say Jackie Brown's his most underrated movie, but I think Hateful Eight's his most underrated movie. I love that movie.
Yeah, I can see that.
So. I think so too.
Actually, yeah, I have it in my iTunes. The regular cut's 2 hours and 48 minutes.
Yeah, it's pretty. I was so sad I couldn't have seen that.
You hatefully it's not on Netflix.
It's not on Netflix at all.
No,
period.
no. What's pulling up is like The Harder They Fall. That was that Jonathan Major Western film, and
that was actually a really good movie.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to.
I actually like that film.
That was a really good movie. Yeah,
the
I really
director's
enjoyed
new
that.
movie isn't doing too well. The Book of Clarence or whatever I think it's called.
Oh, right. I want to watch
I
that.
liked it, didn't love it.
I like Lakeith Stanfield a lot. I want to watch that.
It didn't. It's one of the biggest bombs this year.
Go watch Judas and the Black Messiah.
Judas and Black Messiah is incredible.
Did anybody see The Power of the Dog? That was with Ben.
I didn't see it.
No.
I wanted to see it.
I do know what's his name made a dumb comment about it because it implies some stuff, and it's not his Western, if you will. What's his name? Mustache dude was in Yellow Paprika.
Kevin Acosta.
No.
Oh, Horizon? You talking
about?
No.
He was in Ghost Rider. He's
Sam Elliott.
The guy Sam Elliott. Yeah, the guy from the Big Lebowski.
What was he saying?
Yeah.
What was he saying about
Sam
it?
Elliott.
He says it was
like because it insinuated like maybe a gay relationship, if you will, and he was like,
with what's his name?
Benedict Cumberbatch. And I guess Meth Damon. I
believe so. Or somebody,
Meth Damon.
People still calling it.
And it was an Oscar winner, if I'm not mistaken.
I see a Family Guy cutaway to Meth Damon right now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because Sam Elliott's actually in Family Guy, so that's like the best part. Like he's the new mayor. Or
he plays himself. Yeah,
he's the new mayor.
Like, did he become the new mayor after Adam West died?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh. Shit. Rip. OG Batman.
I forget what it is, but it's like a Speedo kind of like outfit or whatever that he's like wearing at one point, like on a Halloween episode.
The Borat thing, I think.
Yeah, like a Borat thing. He's like, "Hello, Meg." Because Meg's like, Mayor. He's like, "Hello, Meg," with that voice.
My wife.
Let me tell you about the Ghost Rider.
The contract of saving answers.
Russell. Has anyone here seen Bone Tomahawk?
I need to watch that.
I love Bone Tomahawk. Dude, that's one of the most gnarly scenes.
I was gonna say I haven't seen the full movie yet, but that scene just popped up randomly on like Reels or TikTok, and I was like, "Oh, what's this?" And I was like, "Oh God!
Look at this real quick!
Like,
oh God!"
That's like a modern day like cinema like traumatizing thing. Like when I was younger, like early teens, the thing that did it was in Peter Jackson's King Kong in 2005. Fucking worms.
Oh yeah.
That messed me up when I was young. I was like, oh.
Watch Martyrs. Have fun. French movie. Yeah, for the fun time.
Well,
anyway,
we did say bye to Luke. He has to head out. I guess you can leave. I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, man. I can't wait.
Thanks.
I'll be back here soon, man.
Yeah. See you, man.
Good meeting you, man.
Long live physical media.
If I let you back in, if I let you to come back, Jesus, I don't have to let you in.
What? No, who is that?
I almost blacklisted behind the crow. He's like, "Are you excited for the boys?" Shut up! Don't bring up that nonsense to me. Which someone brought that up as a super chat. Where was it? Oh yeah,
no,
because he did say there is going to go past season 5. Now they're saying. I wonder if Amazon's
I think
I think he said he was just he considered it.
Well, Amazon's probably
that was a rumor.
I really need to check it out, especially now that JDM's in there.
I'll eventually check it out. Yeah.
Is he in season 4?
I've actually watched all of
it.
I believe so.
He's debuting in season 4. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I bet he's barely.
I'm excited for JD.
Did you guys see the video they put out of like him talking about like trying to talk about his character, but he keeps censoring everything he says?
That was great.
No.
Does anybody know who he's playing?
That's exactly what the video was. He's like, see, I play boop, and see, Butcher and I used to boop.
Oh, they used to fuck? All right.
I bet they do.
That's how I read it.
Little pig.
Yeah, I'm waiting for his scene.
Let me in.
He's just Negan again in the boys universe. He's just Negan again.
Yeah. I think it would have been hilarious if they had Jared and Jensen just make a cameo in Walking Dead, and then just have like a funny scene because they did a Walking Dead thing in Supernatural. Like they had Dame and Dean bring Lucille in and be like, Dad would have loved this, and everyone's like, and it was like a whole
I'm
thing.
waiting for Jared to get into the boys at some point so they can do the full Supernatural.
I hope so. It would be
Walker
so
got
cool.
canceled. So
yeah, Walker. Yeah.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why.
She'll be back.
Son of a bitch.
Because the fucking CW. But me and my wife, we watched like the first like 3 or 4 episodes of Walker. It wasn't bad, but at the same time, I don't. It
was
wasn't
it
like
worthy of taking up your time?
It ain't Chuck Norris.
I mean, well,
Yeah.
I mean,
sure.
Well,
well, me, my wife and I, we always try to find something to watch, and we're hopefully enjoying it. Like we thought it was decent, but we didn't have the incentive. Like, okay, we need to watch. Like, we have to watch the next episode. It was like, okay,
yeah, sure.
You know,
watch Chernobyl. It's a great time. I'm just kidding.
Now that cuddle up by the fire and get the whole family ready.
No.
Just wait, because tomorrow I have an interview set up, and after that, she's gonna be like, okay, we're gonna watch Bridgerton. I'm like, okay.
Oh God.
Oh boy. Oh God.
Get your lotion.
Yeah.
And your tissue.
Get lotion so you can fucking.
Totally.
Should I watch this show? I'm suddenly interested.
Lotion so you can wipe yourself down and like slither away, so you don't even watch the fucking show.
Fucking snake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, what's funny is Doctor Who had a whole Bridgerton thing last week, like these weird like bird creatures dressing up as characters.
Bird creatures, the fuck.
You don't say.
Oh,
bird person.
Trust me, it's
watch
weird.
Bridgerton. That sounded interesting.
Birdman.
Yo, Big Bird's in it.
Birdman. Oh, now Richard wants to leave. See, people are just leaving. It hurts my feelings.
I gotta go get some dinner, but this was a blast. Thank you guys so much for
Thanks for hanging
on.
out, man. Definitely want you back on. Definitely want you back when you can.
Definitely, anytime.
Yeah, of course, man. Thanks for being here.
Take care,
man. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Man, who in the fuck?
We can be ourselves now. God damn. Let your farts out. Do whatever you want.
Oh.
All right, shit.
Hold on.
I already completely shit my pants.
I know you do when you So what do you want to grift now, Gore? Because you're a professional grifter. So what are you going to grift now?
Well, Star Wars, obviously.
Okay, go. Give me 20 minutes. Go.
They ruined Star Wars.
Because they did Star Wars.
I've heard.
Wow.
Since they did Star Wars, they ruined it.
They did something in episode 3 that made me really mad.
Oh, were you like going like, this is not my Star Wars?
I was like, why did they do that?
Mm-hmm.
Did you say it like that? Or did you say like, why did they do this to me?
Guys, they did it. They made me upset finally.
He put the
I can really tell the emotion.
Oh, is it the thing that was already done previously with another character that should not upset anyone?
No.
I didn't watch I didn't watch the episodes. So I have no idea.
It's not that. It's because there's no white men and it's all women. That's
Wait.
That's what I'm talking about, brother.
What the
Where's
fuck?
my representation?
Wow. You guys see that like tweet or post from someone who said like,
no white women? Where are the white women at?
Who just got a voicemail?
Wait, Trinity's in it though. She's white, right?
Yeah.
Who?
Trinity.
I've not watched it.
Carrie Ann Moss, you mean?
Yeah. I haven't seen the show.
Jessica Jones's boss.
You haven't seen it? Are you sexist?
I will eventually. Yeah, I will eventually watch it, but I haven't watched it yet.
I'll just read it on Wikipedia. It'll be.
I'm in the middle on it right now.
Are you digging it?
There's only 3 episodes to gauge from, so there's really not a lot to go off of.
Oh, so about an hour's worth of content because every episode's probably 20 minutes long. So
incorrect.
25 minutes long.
Incorrect.
26 minutes long.
Incorrect.
24 minutes long. I'm going down.
Yeah.
Best I could do is 10.
Really digging it.
Of actual content, probably only a couple minutes.
But I don't blame Chainsaw for like waiting till hold up because I know the Bad Batch went through a similar thing one night where a lot of people weren't checking out. But I'm like, I love the Bad Batch, and it's I get it.
That's a show I just never see myself watching. I pretty much know some of the shit that's in there. Yeah. I just don't see a purpose for me to watch it. But then again, that's the thing for me. I don't give a shit if you're watching something or not, or if you don't like something. I don't fucking care. Exactly. Just leave me the fuck alone. Like if I like something and you hate it, I don't give a fuck that you didn't like it. That's fine. We have a discussion, but you're like, well, you're not a real fan. You're just some random fucking person on this goddamn earth. You might die tomorrow. Like, are you gonna waste your time?
Hey, wow, are you wishing death upon them?
Yo!
Wow.
Whoa. As a grifter, I'm really upset.
Are you threatening their life online?
I'm not even too sure what grifter means, but I'm very upset.
I don't fucking.
I believe that's a DC character.
No, I'm just saying you could die in your sleep tonight. You could die tomorrow. Why are you wasting your time trying to tell somebody that they're not a fan of something because they like something that you don't? Who cares? Like that guy who made that video about the Marvels and shit and had to point out all these people, including me, saying that we actually didn't hate the movie. Who fucking cares? It's before the internet. Everyone was
fair.
Everyone had different opinions.
Giving impressions.
It is.
Traffic is traffic to you.
No, it ain't going to me though. It's going to this fucking
but I mean,
idiot that's
well,
like,
but I'm saying because they got the
They saw
stupid
your
traffic,
face.
you can get the traffic of the people that are mad at them, because then they're going to go to support you.
but they're not fucking. But they're not crediting us in the fucking description. So no one.
You're recognizable.
Drop a diss track, bro.
Bro, we need to bring back the YouTube diss track trend. It is. Do you guys remember how wild that shit
That
was?
still exists.
What?
Dude,
Not near-
back in the day, you could just send a straight up reply to a video. Would it like just when you would reply to a video back then, it would just be a button on YouTube, and your webcam would turn on and your mic would turn on, and you immediately reply to them, and it would post that video immediately underneath the comments, which was always the best. And they took that off, obviously, because
that was back.
But they had that, but they can't let us comment photos.
Yeah.
Well, because they don't want sending nudity and God knows what.
Yeah. I do miss the star thing though, and removing dislikes was fucking idiotic.
But you can still someone disliked the stream before we went live. I'm like, that makes sense.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I don't blame him.
I guess Phil can leave. I guess you
Felipe
can
too.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you being here, man. Of
course.
Wait, Phil. Before you go, are you intrigued by Metal Gear Delta Snake Eater?
That's a thing. I didn't even know this was a thing. I had no idea this was a thing. What, a TV show game? Like, what is
Metal
this?
Gear Solid.
Konami.
It's just the third game remade.
Yeah.
Got it. I was never really like a big Metal Gear fan, so that's cool, but not really one way or the other about it.
Cool.
All right.
But yeah, all right. Take care, gents.
Later, man. See ya.
Yeah, man.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.
Who the fuck?
I didn't know who
How
that
do
was.
we feel about
Unfortunately,
the next Gears of War game?
Oh, you do know. You're like, ugh.
yeah. No, at least I won't get fucking bitched at for child support. So I'm fine now.
I'm excited for E-Day.
I'm very excited too. I still need to play 1 and 2. I started with 3. Hey,
wait, you started with 3. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
I didn't get my Xbox until 2009 or 2010.
Go back and play the first.
So you had a whole year
I
before
own
Gears of
them.
War 3 came out. You could have played it.
I own them. I
Gears of War
have
3
played the
came out 2011.
multiplayer. I have not played the campaigns through. I plan on doing it.
Those are rookie numbers. You got to pump those
You
numbers.
play
up, man.
you play Gears of War 3's campaign.
Yes.
Fuck. Ruined it. There's so many good things in there that like as you build up.
Well,
Appreciate it,
Did you
Johnny.
even understand the Maria shit?
Yeah. Well, yes.
Halfway through where some shit happens, I don't want to spoil
Yes.
it.
But how
game's been out a
about
while.
have you
Play Madden
considered
at this point.
Call of Duty Black Ops 6?
I'm very
Yo,
hesitant
omni
about
movement,
that.
bro. You could walk.
Yeah, bro.
I don't know.
That's
how I
what
feel
I'm
about that
saying.
Movement, man.
We got an innovation this year. You can actually move a little faster.
Believe it or not, it looks like they actually finished a game for once.
Oh my god.
Maybe.
It's almost like it's Treyarch making it.
Yeah, it's almost like they're the fucking ghosts. It's
like
almost like they
know
should be
how
the
to
only
have-
ones allowed to make games.
It's almost like Infinity War made 2 not so great Call of Duty games in the span it took them.
They
to
got to
make
get
this
rid of COD
anymore.
HQ.
More Black
They
Ops.
have to get rid of HQ and bring back Pick 10 or something because the multiplayer has been dog
Oh,
water.
Pick 10's not coming back. They
got to bring
said
something back. They cannot
it's-
have anything remotely
what are
close
they-
to what
yeah,
they've
what are
had
they
the
doing
last
about
4 games.
Yeah.
the creative class is you get a primary, a secondary, you get a melee, which is kind of interesting.
Ooh, okay.
You get perks, you get a wild card, you get 5 attachments on the gun. If you have a wild card, you can put 8 on it. And then they have
God
like a
damn it.
thing. Oh, there's like tactical, like the field equipment or whatever. But then I think they said there's something with the perks where like you can pick 3 perks in the same category, and if you pick 3 in the same category, then you get like a super perk bonus kind of thing, which sounds kind of cool.
I'm so over the abundance of attachments. The rest of that sounds okay, but the attachments, they're way overdoing that shit. It's way too complicated.
I
I'm
mean, I
old
think
now.
Cold
don't
War
have the
was okay
time
with
to
it.
I haven't enjoyed a attachment system since fucking
Cold War's so
BO3.
good. I love
Yeah,
Cold
I
War.
respect it.
Cold
Yeah, I
War's
love
great.
Cold War too.
Well, I will
Dude,
say that
best shotgun.
I do love the fact
Oh,
that
yeah,
the
Rampage.
the
Rampage,
prestige
yeah.
system is
Oh my god, Classic
going
Prestige.
back to classic.
Don't get me started.
Oh, wow.
I'll get
I
horny.
played
actually,
so
yeah.
little of the last few games that I didn't even realize the prestige system.
I
was
haven't
going.
even-
Cold War was the last one I like grinded like
Yeah,
crazy.
I played
The only
them
one
a
I
lot.
grinded last was Black Ops 3. I got like Prestige Master, Dark Matter, all that
Yeah.
shit. But every COD since then, I haven't even made it through a full Prestige. I don't even think I've logged more than an hour and a half on the multiplayer of any of them since then.
Honestly,
hated
Black
the
Ops
multiplayer
6
so much.
Black Ops 6 kind of sounds like the
best
in a weird way, like a culmination of Black Ops.
Oh yeah,
it kind of looks like Cold War. It kind of looks like Black Ops 2 and 3 and 4, and then it's gonna be in like a Black Ops 1-ish kind of setting. Like
have they mentioned anything about how you can earn camos and shit? Or we haven't got that far yet.
Not yet. They're doing the Call of Duty Next event in August that they're gonna like show everything.
I imagine it
which
won't be
I'm
as
excited.
complicated as it used to be. If they could just go back to like headshots, then like long shots.
Treyarch's
double kills,
always been the
bloodthirsty
least complicated. It's always Infinity Ward that's on some fuck shit.
That's probably
because
why I've
Thanos.
enjoyed more
Mhm.
Treyarch games than Infinity Ward games.
Modern Warfare 3 now, it's like so fucking ridiculous getting camos.
Cold War was like the last camo grind that I was kind of okay with because it was like the normal one where it's just like you have to do it for every gun. You get the same camos. Now they're like, oh, you only have to do like 6 camos for every gun, but there's like fucking 500 camos in the game. Have fun.
Yeah, because each gun had like different camos you unlock by doing the same shit or something different. It's like
Yeah, and like every gun's the
fuck?
same challenge. It's like,
Yeah.
They got to bring back the classic unlock system for weapons. If they do it even remotely close to the way they've done it the last 2 games, it's going to piss so many people
it's
off.
confusing in the games now, like how unlocking shit. Like what the fuck?
You shouldn't have to Google how to fucking do
Because
this
Infinity Ward was dumb and they're like, oh, you want to use a foregrip on your M4? Go level up the fucking M jerk me off submachine gun, and then you'll get the foregrip for the other gun.
That's the best gun though.
Oh yeah,
it was my favorite gun.
I didn't even play 10 multiplayer games on the whatever one, the MW3.
Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah, I played maybe an hour of zombies, and I played less than 10 multiplayer games, and I fucking uninstalled it. I'm like, I can't handle
That's
this
about
shit.
where
It's
I was at.
so bad.
That too, round-based zombies coming back with 2 maps on launch and gobblegums.
As long as I don't have to Google how to fucking turn the power on and pack a punch, we'll be good.
I think it's gonna be like Cold War zombies, where it's
Yeah,
like
it'll be
if you want to be casual, you could be casual. If you want to get sweaty,
You
can
really
get sweaty.
can't be casual, though.
Speaking of new
Cold
game
War, you
trailers,
could.
you guys see the new Doom thing?
Oh yeah,
Doom.
Doom looks cool. They
fuck.
gave him like the Kratos
Fuck.
bearskin.
Dude, you got a gun that fucking fires shards of skulls. I was like,
yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that was pretty
He
cool.
flies on a dragon and he goes into not kaiju, fucking,
kaiju. Yeah,
the
Godzilla.
other thing.
I almost caught the dragon.
Oh yeah, like a
the fucking
robot.
dragon hero or some shit.
Yeah, dragon. I almost caught the
You
dragon.
almost got me. You almost you gotta get me.
This stream Xbox One was
Oh, the
hell of a
Xbox showcase was fucking killer. If
Yeah.
only they didn't fire all those people, we would have so much good things to say to them. For them, you know. But now
But
I'm
then
like,
again-
that show was good. They can still suck my balls.
But then again, it's a shout out to Summer Game Fest and State of Play, where like they honed in on indie.
I like
Like
Summer Game
I'm
Fest.
proud and happy for them. But like the Xbox Showcase got me interested in games that I didn't think I would want to. Like I might try MGS 3 remake, or there was that one that looked like Spider-Verse.
Yeah, the Southern game with the fucking talking
Mixtape.
fish.
That one mixtape. Yeah,
Mixtape.
That
one too.
Yeah, South of Midnight. I think it was the other
South
one.
of Midnight, yeah.
South of Midnight looks
That
really
fucking
good.
like talking catfish thing was like cracking me up.
The only thing jarring about that is when they were in the cutscenes. It was like obviously they were doing the Spider-Verse 24 frame.
Yeah, the frame rate was throwing me
but they're
off.
also going 24 frame because movie whatever. But then
Yeah.
they go into the gameplay. It's 60 frames, so it's very jarring.
Yeah, that threw me off.
Yeah, which I played a
For
game
the
called
style.
Kingdom Bridge of Spirits. It was the same thing like that. But I haven't played that.
But kudos to
And
that
even
fan.
State of Decay looked fun. I made a joke. It's like, oh, it's Last of Us. Then State of Decay.
I remember
Xbox
playing the
finally
first
got it.
one like when it
Yeah.
first came out a long time ago.
I like the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
was
Fables is
really
coming out as well,
conference.
right? Fables 4.
Fable, yeah,
Yeah.
Fable.
Something, yeah.
They need to show that game. They every time it's the same thing. It's like someone talking and then a character's walking
Oh,
around.
I'm British.
Yeah, I'm
Dude,
British. Which that's Fable British humor is some of the best out there.
The Street Fighter
video
thing,
games.
dude.
But
with
not in this
Oh
game.
my gosh, Fatal Fury. What, Jesus.
Oh
Terry.
yeah. Terry and Mai.
Put it in reverse, Terry.
Wow, that was
Oh,
fucked up.
yeah.
Nice.
Back it up, Terry. Put it in reverse, Terry.
Well,
That was
I guess Cinema has to head out too as well. Everyone's just leaving us tonight, guys. I just
It's okay.
You don't like being here. Look, we said it. There.
Yeah, all right. At least you're honest.
All right.
My
Good night,
bad.
guys.
See you, man.
What about Black?
The blacklist, but like
Oh, I was like-
basically no.
Jack, you're getting blacked. Sorry.
Black Magic Woman.
No!
I love that song.
Ooh.
I
What did I
did.
do to deserve this?
Of course, they're casting more for
That's
Superman. Cool. Peacemaker, I can give a fuck. I don't care. Whatever.
What?
I love Peacemaker.
Don't care.
You're not a fan of the making of peace?
Nope.
Why?
Wow.
Oh,
Fucking
was that the boys situation?
I mean, no, I just didn't give a fuck about Peacemaker. So don't care.
Oh, okay.
I'm happy that they're bulking up the Daily Planet. Like we're gonna spend time, and I think me and Jason talked about this, but like it's fun that he's gonna spend some time in there, hopefully, and making us care about that place other than just Lois Lane, Perry White, and Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah, expanding that out, I think that's interesting. I mean, of course, people are gonna be like, "Oh, it's so funny." It's like, who cares a shit? It's
Bring back Lawrence Fishburne.
Why
Have him
not?
play his character from John Wick.
I mean, look, it'd be fucking hilarious if they brought like Tom Welling and Brandon Routh, like all these fucking Superman actors from the past. And shit.
If they want a successful universe, they better not start off with fucking. Oh, here's look, it's Brandon Routh. Like what? Why the fuck would you drag him out? We're trying to start a new universe. Are you dragging out old Super? Henry Cavill shows up. Like the fuck are they doing?
Jason Momoa is the paper boy.
My man. Actually, that'd be funny. My man.
My man. You got a fax.
Yeah. Oh, fax. It's still using fax. Interdimensional beings take over where they're still using faxes. Yeah, Brainiac should take over. Actually, yeah.
My man, here's your bacon coffee.
Yes, but I
it was
also
awesome. It was so cool. Yeah,
but I also don't want to look at it too much because I'm waiting for that type of visual for the movie.
Are they called hot toys for a reason? Can you take their pants off?
They're pretty hot. I have a couple. They are hot.
Oh shit!
Which ones?
They're expensive as fuck.
Yeah, that was also part of my New York State COVID money. I
bought a computer money.
Yeah, I bought a gaming setup and Hot Toys because I'm smart with money.
Must have been nice to get COVID money.
Darth Vader, Return of the Jedi Luke, and Last Jedi Luke.
Nice.
Sick, bro.
Yeah.
You're
and
cool,
I just
man.
stare at them.
No. Oh, sorry.
And
I
jork
didn't
it.
mean to say cool. I meant to say fucking fake fan because you have Last Jedi, you know, and that, you know. So.
Oh shit!
The fake fan, you know.
Oh, well, you said Last Jedi? Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah. Fuck that guy. Yeah. Fuck
What the fuck?
Mickey Mouse gave me the money to buy that one. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Speaking of subverting expectations, did y'all see the Daniel Craig photo of "Wake Up the Dead" or "Wake Me Up"?
Yeah,
It was a Daniel Craig photo.
He was looking fucked up.
He got
I
that.
see.
He got like long hair or something.
A donut.
Yeah.
A donut hole inside a donut's hole. Like, I
What
think
a
this
guy.
is a sex thing. I think this is sex. I don't know.
Have we also
Never
talked about
experienced
Josh fucking Brolin being in that movie?
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
horny.
Yes.
The cast is insane.
It's so good.
Yeah.
They should have put
And he's bringing the people together that I don't think have ever worked before with each other, and it's a mixture like you would never expect.
Yeah.
But I think.
Oh
that's
my
the beauty
god,
of
that's
it.
should've
Daniel
put Wong
Craig.
Goggins
What
in
the
it.
fuck?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened to him.
Yeah, he's
bro.
white. Yeah.
Wow.
Ugh. Not in my America.
That's very unwoke of you, Ryan.
This is
The fuck?
America.
Yeah.
This is America.
Oh, well, he
Mike
might be
Caucasian.
the villain.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
the
well,
villain.
sorry. Yeah, he's the
Daniel
villain.
Craig will be the
He's
villain.
he's hunting himself. He just murders everybody.
I mean, as long as he's white, he's always the villain.
Yeah, well, so far he's been on 2 for 2 with the white people are the villains. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
let's go with the third one, baby. So let's go.
Oh Lord.
3 for 3.
Odds Josh Brolin's the villain.
Josh Brolin's probably gonna be the villain.
Yeah.
I'm
If
trying
he's
to
like
He'll be
his
the
character from
murdered
Inherent Vice,
victim.
That'd be awesome.
I'm trying to remember, like, if I'm probably stupid, and I am stupid.
Right, yeah,
Has
we're all stupid.
anybody from the Last Jedi cast been in any of these movies? I don't think so. Which is surprising. as you would
Joseph
think.
Gordon-Levitt.
Technically,
Yeah,
Joseph
can be.
Gordon-Levitt's voice. Yes.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying because you would think.
Oh,
That-
the detective that was the big fan of Christopher Plummer's.
Right.
Oh yeah. He was the guy
he's
that
in-
in
Fighters. Yeah.
He's in like every one of Ryan
Yeah.
Johnson's
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah, same thing with Joseph. That's why Joseph Gordon-Levitt was
the
in
two of
Brick and
them.
Looper. He wasn't in Breaking Bad, though. To be fair, so.
I
Mhm.
really liked Looper. That was
You
good.
actually played the Fly. Actually,
I liked Looper.
Yeah.
That was good.
Looper was
It's a good role.
Yeah, Looper.
I need to
Looper
watch
was great.
Brick. I heard Brick was good.
I got.
That's why I was like, "Yo, Brick was great. Looper was great. He's gonna nail Star Wars."
Well, I'm just surprised
he did.
he hasn't tried to pull anybody from Star Wars over that. You know, he
Yeah,
won.
John Boyega. Let's get.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
you
he'll do
know,
it. Sure.
why not?
Well, I don't think he. Yeah, I don't think he likes Ryan too much.
Yeah, I was about to say, considering he sidelined his character.
Yeah, I think you could get. I think you get Daisy Ridley.
Yeah, Daisy
Ridley.
Want
probably. Kelly.
Adam Driver.
Kelly Marie Tran. Kelly Marie Tran.
Yeah.
Adam Driver would be fucking
Adam
fantastic in the Knives Out movie. Oh my god.
Well, no,
I need that.
He's too busy doing Megalopolis with fucking
Yeah.
What's his name? So
Uncle Francis.
Oh, yeah.
Uncle Francis.
Legendary filmmaker Francis Ford Coppola.
Yeah. Who's
like 900 years old, but
this must be his last movie, and he's like, well, I actually have plans for another because this one is tanking so bad. So he's like, well,
you don't know. It might make $1 billion.
No,
imagine
more
billions. If this movie makes $1 billion, holy shit!
In America,
I want
not even worldwide.
I want the movie to do good, but I'm fearful that if it does good and makes millions, and he's back in the mainstream stuff, that he's gonna go on a tirade of just like, oh yeah, fuck the blockbusters, fuck this movie, and it's just like, Grandpa.
That'd be awesome. Actually,
he does that anyways. He's done that for years anyways. Who gives a shit? It's one guy's opinion. Yes, he's a fucking fantastic filmmaker. He's a legend in the industry. Who gives a shit what his opinion is on the fucking movies? Right. It doesn't matter. It might hurt other people, like filmmakers and actors who look up to him, but it's just some dude's opinion. Plus, he's old as shit, and so he's gonna say whatever the fuck he wants. That's fine, but dude, it shouldn't really affect. It affects people so much. Like, you should be shitting on fucking movies. Who cares?
Yeah, I only care what Martin Scorsese thinks.
It doesn't affect me
because he's like your grandfather. Right?
He's my paisan. Yeah.
It's shocking to me that I'm like, and I'm not. This is not trying to be egoistic as hell, but I'm like, do I have more of range of films and TV that I like than these legends do? Like, are they that stuck back in the 40s that they won't go beyond this?
The answer is yes, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you can still appreciate what they do, but they're obviously not going to have the same opinion as you because they have a high standard in terms of their mind, what they think is cinema. So for Martin Scorsese, like, well, Marvel's like theme park, right? Yeah, because for him, he's growing up in the fucking era that literally it's like films were not like they weren't spectacles like that. They were storytelling. So he's like, why am I going to go watch a fucking $200 million movie with a bunch of CGI shit that wasn't actually there on set when I can go watch a film that was like a low budget $5 million film that he can appreciate the story over? He's going to take that over what Marvel's doing because it's not he's not the audience they're trying to go for.
Yeah,
that's why we love Christopher Nolan.
Yes,
because
he supports all.
Because he did Batman.
That too.
Well, he also loves the MacGruber movie, which is a true.
Isn't he the original owner?
He loves Fast and Furious.
Does he like Jack and Jill?
And he enjoyed Black Panther, so he's woke too. We love that. We love a woke king.
I recently rewatched the announcement teaser for Dunkirk.
Did you just assume his gender?
Yeah, what the fuck?
My bad, Chrissy
Nolan.
Go to your corner. Go to your corner.
Yeah, I will. I apologize, Chris.
Don't assume gender. We're woke in here.
God. He thinks because he's Italian, he can say whatever he wants.
Yeah.
He's Italian? That's
brain.
news to me.
It's like Blair Witch Project.
Yeah, kiss your fucking cock.
Don't look.
Yeah, kiss the cock. Kiss his cock.
Oh.
That's an Italian word. You don't get it.
Come back.
Get your ass over here.
Yeah. Don't stick that in your ass. Come back here.
Yeah, wait. Well, actually, wait. Hold on.
More commands.
I don't know what you were thinking with that doorknob, but don't stick it in your ass.
I definitely wasn't gonna do that.
Yeah.
I've
noticed the doorknob is gone now.
Imagine they pulled it when he turned it.
I'm going up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go up. It's gonna be a metal doorknob.
All different sizes, all different colors, all different shapes.
Oh yeah.
The first time he did that, he's just like, "Hey, what's his wife's name?" Hey, come here, look at
Sharon.
Look at this. And then what's his name? Because he's like, "Whoa, that's
holy
oh my god!"
I love when he's like talking in the bar and he goes and shows the guys the shit. He pulls it off like a fucking thing. They're like, "Oh, it's one giant piece." Like, Randy Marsh. Oh crap! He's like,
"Oh shit!"
It's like a fucking ultrasound to look at this shit just building. With his wife there. Oh,
my cousin had the biggest shit. Like, was it bigger than mine? It was pretty big. No, mine was bigger. Like, he's being so serious. Mine was bigger. Like, you want to see it?
so good.
Yeah, they kept it like in a fucking like a UV lamp on it.
and then I love like I think we mentioned earlier. He's like sitting there in the ultrasound, and he's like the little baby sound. Dun, dun. He's like,
oh my god.
See, now that's how you make a funny shit.
There's peak cinema. Okay,
what I laugh so hard is like when he shits that
Mark
out.
Scorsese cinema.
It has the shot starts with like outside the house. You're screaming. He's like grabbing the toilet.
Yeah. I love that they could just think up the shit and then span of a week.
Shit.
Yeah, it must be nice to just sit down and be like, all right, what are we gonna do? Well,
he's gonna take a shit. It's really big.
Like Curix or whatever, how they measured the shit or something.
Yeah, the
Curix. And Bono is like the biggest shit. Like
the greatest plot twist in cinematic history.
This never happens. No.
No, this is part of the culture now.
Yeah, always on the rails.
The shit culture.
I mean, if David was here, we'd be roasting him for the last bit till the show ends, but he's not here, so
you're roasting me. Go, man, come on, man.
Yeah,
bro,
Fuck
come on, bro.
He'd be drunk. He'd be like, huh?
What?
Sydney Sweeney, boobs.
Sweeney Todd, fucking Sweeney Todd.
He's so young, he probably thinks he has to feed.
Yeah, he just starts drinking all of his baby's bottles.
No. like Homelander.
Tonguing that milk in that bottle.
Just the way
every time I play Homelander in Mortal Kombat 1.
Mortal Kombat did that fucking like
exactly how he does it in the show. He sticks his tongue in first. I hate that. Just can't wait.
Got milk.
Disgusting.
Can't
wait for more of that show. I won't bring up the name though tomorrow.
That's fine. I just thought it was funny when he says that, and I go, "You want to be blacklisted?" And Bissy's like, "Damn."
Oh shit!
I'm kidding.
He's busting his balls, man. You know that's how they do it. Like,
well, because he tags me. You excited for the boys? Like, no.
You excited to be banned?
Well, because my fucking mods that we have a private Twitter like fucking channel to chat in, they literally tag me all the time. Hey, did you see this about the boys? I'm like, shut up, leave me alone. Like they do it. It's fun. It's like whatever. I have it all. I have all fucking muted. I don't see shit.
Glory. Speaking of glory, did y'all see that Sony Pictures is buying the Alamo Drafthouse?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that came out today. Yeah.
I'm really curious what they're gonna do.
Only go show Morbius and Madame Web.
I was gonna say
and Adam Sandler stuff. That's it.
Nice score. Nice.
Now that dared be fantastic.
Oh yes, I can't wait.
That's what we all need.
That's what we need.
For the culture.
It's definitely interesting, but I don't know about studios buying theaters. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Netflix bought the Egyptian theater, but it's not. Yeah, it's not.
But like they're buying buying a chain.
Chain.
This is very different.
Yeah.
So.
Sony ain't releasing any games this year, and they buy in theaters. The fuck is this?
Well, it's interesting because Sony is like the only like studio that doesn't have a streaming service. Like they're selling their shit to everybody else. Yeah. So I think that's smart. But now you're buying a franchise of theaters. So is that meaning like we're gonna be putting our shit in there for free, and then everyone else you gotta pay more. Like you pay more than the norm to get an Alamo Drafthouse. Like that's the question. Are they gonna upcharge the other studios more to get an Alamo Drafthouse?
Question
because they can make that decision and then go, well, it's Sony's films. We don't have to pay ourselves. It's free.
I would love to see a comparison between like a regular movie coming out and then like a Marvel Sony movie, and like how are they going to present it there? Like I've never been to Alamo Drafthouse, but I'm sure they have a lot of nice presentation for everything.
Very different.
So like some regular MCU shit comes out that has nothing to do with Sony. It's just like there's a billboard.
That's what worried me when I heard the news. I'm like,
Morbius 2 comes out, giant ass standee, and the entire theater looks like Morbius's head. It's like
shout out to Jared Leto throughout the lobby.
They're gonna Jared Leto will show up.
You get a meet and greet with Jared Leto.
It's like that video of Will Smith like secretly going into a Bad Boys. It's gonna be Jared Leto, and everybody's gonna be like, they ain't going.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Who the fuck? Why is Jesus here?
The funny thing is, like, you would have that moment with like where everyone recognized him immediately. Like when he first like said something to someone, they were like, yeah, oh shit. Then they realized it was him. Jared, they were like, who? Like,
hey guys.
Like, they don't know who the fuck is that? Like, what are you talking to me for? Because when you leave a theater, you don't talk to people you don't know when you leave a theater. You're going to your car. Why the fuck is this guy talking to me? And they don't realize it's him. It's like,
why the fuck is he singing that 30 Seconds to Mars song? What the fuck's going on?
What the fuck? Why do I know that's 30 seconds?
What the fuck?
What the fuck's wrong with me?
You're angry at yourself. Why do I know that's 30 Seconds to Mars? What the fuck?
And then he puts green in his hair and puts the little mouth tattoo on. He's like, look, oh, it's Joker. Yeah, he does the laugh. And then you're like, oh. Is that the guy from Urban Legends?
I just wait for someone like a cinephile dressed in a raincoat and just yells him, "Hey Paul!" And it just,
hey Paul.
He's like, "Hey Paul, from American Psycho." Oh yeah.
Even has a watermark. He gets the bit now. He's in the hospital. He got hit. He's like, he almost died. Yeah, that was the bit. Oh, okay.
and he just beat his teeth in and he used to say, I wanted to destroy something beautiful. Fight Club. Fight Club. Yeah, it's Fight Club. We don't talk about it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Cut that part out.
I don't know if this is busy or if this is.
Yo, I just wanted to stop by and say you guys are great. And on top of that, Celtics in 4. I just wanted to leave it there.
Here we go.
All right, kick him.
Oh my god, I'm so upset right now.
Hey, yo, Johnny, where's New York?
I'm a Lakers fan, so we've been in Cancun, buddy.
Oh shit.
We can't even find someone to coach our fucking team right now, so we might not even play next year.
You got a college coach turning you down. How does that feel?
Fantastic.
Busy. Oof.
Shane, you're a handsome man. I'm gonna leave it there. You guys have a great night.
See ya, man.
See ya, bro.
Dip in to talk smack and leave.
Bye.
Go Kyrie. That caused him to leave.
I won the argument.
It reminds me when Davern, when he showed up and he's like, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, but Busy was kind of just to check on us and not plug in his own channel.
He gets like 20 new dislikes.
No.
No.
If you notice, Busy, we didn't do the bit when you left.
Yeah.
We also never saw him.
That's true. We don't know if that was him. Really,
he's probably
covered. Someone with a really good impersonation.
He's probably covered in jizz in a Jason Tatum jersey right now.
Oh,
Channing
that's
Tatum?
an unpleasant visual.
Yeah.
Please tell me I'm not the only one that saw that Channing all over your Tatum video like a decade ago on YouTube.
I don't, but my name is Jeff. I know that one.
No,
got so many chains. They call me Channing Tatum.
Please Google Channing all over your Tatum. It was a bit they did on, I think, Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, no.
And it was with Miley Cyrus, and it was a whole thing.
That sounds horrible.
Trust me, it's so bad, but it's so funny.
Okay, I was about to say you just kept adding more and more names. I just kept torpedoing.
Is it bad that every time I think of Channing Tatum now, I just think of him being like Danny McBride's fucking gimp in
This is the end.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, guys? That's what I call him Channing Tatum. What a classic.
It's so fucked up, man.
Oh, they'll make him like they used to.
You're showing up so late.
Oh my god.
We're gonna wrap up in a bit. What's up, man?
I was watching movies with my kids.
You don't have kids. You're making that up.
Yeah. I'm watching Shrek, and I'm just now realizing that those movies aren't for kids.
No, they're not.
I
think he's compensating for something.
Wow.
Well, I'm glad that you showed up, unlike Davern, who's apparently drunk, so he couldn't be here.
Probably drunk with his kid.
He's fucking drunk on Capri Sun.
His kid got him drunk.
I want to get chocolate wasted.
No.
And that was Davern talking to his kid.
Yeah.
I want to get chocolate wasted.
This kid's just like, Dad, shut the fuck up.
Don't you ever reference
you lame ass bitch.
You only watch cool movies here.
So wait, did your kids watch the first Shrek?
Oh, we watched the first two.
Okay,
good. No, you can stop there.
Did you watch Far, Far Away Idol?
No.
Oh,
that's unfortunate. You don't want to see Prince Charming sing "I'm Too Sexy"?
No.
You should though. You should though.
It's pretty.
That sounds really good. Honestly.
It's kind of
if Scorsese saw that, he changed his tune about the Shrek cinematic universe.
He'd break the letterbox score. He'd give it 7 stars.
When are they bringing Shrek back? He deserves.
He's coming back.
I think Shrek 5 is happening. I think
he's returning to the swamp.
It needs to. It needs to happen.
Yep.
Well, the last
The
wish,
Shrekening.
the last Puss in Boots movie, like they tease at the end that they're heading back to where Shrek is. So I think that's the next movie.
And I heard that movie was good. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah,
I gotta watch
It's so good. It's so
really
good.
I gotta watch it.
That's really fucking good. Now you should that one. Your kids can watch. There's no. There's no dragon and donkey having
there's no sex
that
scenes.
25-minute sex scene is weird. Just right.
The director's cut.
That was fucked up.
I'm still trying to see how they did that. Like Jesus. Like,
I recently watched
round buttocks.
To me, it was the messed up one is when you see the mama bear. Like on
God! The background. So that's why they were crying earlier.
Yeah. It's like, oh my
God. Fucking bears.
I gotta rewatch the Shrek movie.
Oh my god! Did you guys catch the OJ reference in there?
I don't remember.
No.
Oh my god! There's a scene when Shrek's like not.
Oh
Shrek, yeah. And he's riding on a Bronco.
Yeah. Like, we got a white Bronco.
Yeah.
And then when they have Puss in Boot, they have him, like, against the wall.
The cops.
And and he pulls out a little like bag, and he's like, "What's this?" And he's like, "It's catnip. It's not mine." I swear.
Oh, that's not mine.
And then they're grinding pepper on them, and it's like, "Oh, police brutality." It's so funny.
No. Oh my
Tonight on Nights.
Yeah.
The whole ending of Shrek 2 was just dumb to me. I'm like, y'all really thought Fiona wasn't gonna know that wasn't her husband? Like,
it's a phone.
The fact that Pinocchio got excited and just said, "Screw the plan, I'm a real boy."
Yeah.
I'm a real boy.
I just love for the first movie. He's like, "Do you know the Muffin Man?" The Muffin Man.
And then we get to see the fucking Muffin Man, dude.
Yeah.
What did he say? He's like, "Bite
Gin
me," or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh man.
One that lives on Drury Lane. No, the Tom Thumb and Thumbelina when they was on the red carpet, but the dude was going to sweep up the crowd.
I'm
like, are they dead? Are they dead?
Dude, in the first one, Geppetto gives away Pinocchio for some money. I'm like, oh no, Geppetto. Ridiculous. Oh, I love those movies.
Those two movies, they didn't make any more after that.
No more.
They definitely didn't make a third one that might be the worst.
I'm an unashamed Shrek 3 lover. I enjoy it.
I don't remember what happened.
Is that the one where they revealed the kids? Because I can't remember. Because it's been so long.
Shrek has kids.
Yeah,
I don't want to spoil it if Lance is gonna go through the entire Shrek universe.
I vaguely remember, but it's
Justin Timberlake is in it.
There's a body swapping thing that happened.
Merlin, like fucking Prince Charming's like running everything. And
what the hell?
Snow White with like Led Zeppelin in the background and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah, it wasn't Shrek.
I remember it had like one funny gag. Like I think the ship's like about to sink and he throws a bottle at it and then it sinks after that. That's the only thing I remember. I remember slightly chuckling at that, and I was like,
y'all remember the video games for like Shrek 2?
Yeah, the Shrek 2 game was pretty solid.
I loved that game. Like me and my brother would play that for hours. I would always want to just be Shrek though. So
of course, the lead character.
I'd be Shrek. He'd be Donkey. Duh.
Of course,
because he's an ass.
Hey, God, his ass.
Did you heard the story about how he sold my gave away my Tenkaichi 2? I confronted him about that. Today.
Oh yeah, finally.
Yes.
20 years later.
I confronted him about it back then, but we're adults now, so he's like,
the new Tenkaichi game's coming out, so you got thinking about it,
Yeah, he says he does. He said he doesn't remember that ever happening.
Oh,
my mom does though.
Forgotten trauma.
She remembers.
He said trauma. Fucking
trauma.
You forgot your trauma.
Remembers.
That is trauma. I was like, what? I had to
I'd be
like.
too.
I was in grade school.
I had my
with
shit
no
stolen,
lining
too.
and round glasses.
What?
I was a nerd. Of course, I had trauma.
And Dexter's laboratory glasses over here.
Oh
no! Wow, that's negative.
No, Dexter was cool.
Oh yeah, Dexter was cool.
I love Dexter.
Dexter fucked.
Oh yeah, well, eventually
he did.
Yeah, it worked out to it.
Dexter fucked.
God
what a statement.
Eventually he grew up, and that one girl that was like obsessed with him, they got married. That's my head
fucked.
canon. The one that was creepy and definitely a murderer.
Yeah. My favorite Cartoon Network show was probably Ed and Eddie.
Oh, I love Ed and Eddie.
I literally won an award for like creative writing by inserting myself into the Conan Kids Next Door universe and writing like a mini series about it.
Hell yeah, bro!
It was.
Cool,
I love that.
Which
so
number
much.
were you?
I think I gave
69.
myself. No, I didn't know about that yet. This was like
420.
third or fourth grade.
420.
I inserted me into like a fight with them, battling the Toilinator and shit. It was like a whole thing.
Toilinator and shit. That would make sense.
Hey.
I don't remember much about the show.
It's my head canon now.
Yeah.
They had like a pretty in-depth like lore and concept though, which I appreciated.
Yeah.
It wasn't just like brain dead shit. Like it felt like there was actual substance to it.
Oh, I like the brain dead shit. I was a big fan of Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Oh yeah. Dude.
Yeah.
That guy when Billy's like going into the school and he opens the window and then jumps through the top part anyway.
I tried to watch it again. I was like, the show's fucking chaos.
The Lord Moldy Butt. Come on.
Mm-hmm. Classic.
I think
the
about
delightful
like
children from down the lane.
you mentioned how random that was. Like the idea of, like I found the gif of like Ed from Ed and Eddie where he like opens up his shirt and there's a fucking fridge door. And shit like.
Oh my god! Do you guys remember
when
the
Ed eats
episode
his
where
entire
the three
bed?
sisters like?
Where he gets grounded and his parents take away the stairs to the basement room. He's like, they took the whole stairs. I'm grounded.
Just remember the three girls in Ed and Eddie?
Yeah, the Kanker sisters.
Yeah, that would like. There was some episode where they were like, you could tell they matured a little faster than the boys, and they were interested in them, and the boys were not interested in them back. And they were like yoinking them into their house and shit, and you heard them just go, "Oh no,
oh shit!"
We know what was happening.
Yeah, bet your sweet Pippi, I did.
Hey, very sweet Pippi, I did.
I was addicted to those sounds on TikTok for so long.
And then the sound effects are top tier. 10 out of 10.
So good.
The best.
Hey, speaking of TikTok, hey Chainsaw, unlock your duets and stitches.
No, why?
Because
you want to make a video based on what I say? Fuck you, no. We're screen recording, do it yourself.
No, that's a lie.
He wants to simp. Let him.
Yeah, he wants to make you a funny little.
I've been trying to add on, but it's like, dang, none of your videos. I can't like just.
He just wants to react to his favorite creators' videos, dog.
I bet he does.
He wants to react to you reacting to reactions.
Reactception.
Yeah, bro.
Whoa.
The React verse.
Not happening. Not.
Hey, so I actually have some suggestions for stuff you should react to.
Okay, give me some suggestions right now.
No.
React to Dragon Ball Super and Tag Taj.
The fuck is that? No.
Oh, here we go again.
No, I'm busy.
What was that second one? What?
Tosh.0.
I said Tag Taj in your Dragon Ball Super reaction.
Okay. Yeah.
No, I'm busy. No, I'm busy.
With what?
No, you're not. Busy left.
I got interviews set up. I got fucking shit I got going on. Sorry.
Kudos on those interviews.
Wait. What happened to the other one? Did I miss that?
What?
I thought you had another one that you killed. You did fantastic.
You killed somebody.
You killed the interview?
Was
that me?
No.
Who was it? What did you do?
It was an interview you did really well. And
how did you unalive the person? Is my
I don't know who I killed.
Yeah, who'd you kill in GTA?
You nailed
I have an interview tomorrow with the guy who voiced Ed and Eddie, Matt Hill.
Hey.
What the fuck?
So,
you were interviewing for a job. Oh, okay.
I know he's on Cameo. So.
No, well, yeah, on Cameo. But
wait, Chainsaw's on Cameo? Fuck
yeah.
Yeah, he actually is.
Yeah, buy me.
I've seen Matt Hill, the guy.
But yeah. So I'm talking with him, and then I'm still waiting back because I threw out a date. I haven't heard from him in over a day now. But Double D from Ed and Eddie. I'm waiting for him to hear that.
Fuck yeah.
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 How about Eddie? Where's Eddie?
Well, so here's the thing. I think Eddie retired, and when I searched up his name on YouTube, there was something that came up where I didn't watch the whole thing, but I was watching a clip of it, and he was saying how he's been blacklisted from Hollywood, and he's like done.
What?
I don't know. I don't know the context.
Too many
of it,
pranks,
I guess. But so talk to Matt tomorrow, and I maybe we'll talk to Double D next Tuesday if he agrees. We'll see.
Right.
We'll see what happens. But
that'd be sick, bro.
Yeah.
And
I mean, oh god, I won't. Well, I don't know. There was an email that was sent last week, and I haven't heard back, so I'm probably not going to happen. But I was like, God damn it! But it's whatever.
Tyrone Magnus.
Well, I mean, at the end of the month, as you mentioned, I think you said he voiced Ratchet or Clank.
Oh yeah.
David K. Yeah, his fucking publicist and shit made it to where like we're making a Google event and everyone knows. I'm like, okay, like I'm not used to this. It's usually like, okay, you can just talk to this person. I'm like, okay,
right. That's
so
cool.
I don't know.
Yeah, he was Clank.
I mean, yeah.
Cool
Ratchet. On Monday, I talked with Nancy Lenari,
Pelosi?
who was Nancy.
Nancy
no,
Pelosi.
no.
Nancy Cartwright?
Nancy Lenari, who was at May in the Spider-Man game, 2018.
Ooh.
And I asked her. I don't know if this is. I don't know if the information before. They wrote a different ending where she didn't die, and she did the filming and everything. And then a month later, they're like, we're gonna go with the death ending.
Yeah.
And so.
What was the other ending? She gets with Jay Jonah and they bang it out on screen.
Yeah, that. No. She didn't say what it was. They said that they originally had that ending of the table read they did had the ending of the death.
Hear that podcast where you throw a fucking. Let me tell you, viewers. I just tagged this sweet dame. Peter's listening right no. Little do you know he's fucking pretty much his mom. That's pretty much his mom. Hell yeah, bro.
Like the
Brittany
there.
God,
he runs into his mom and goes runs off on.
Nancy was saying that the table read was the death ending, and then they filmed it. She did the motion capture, but then they wrote a different ending and they filmed whatever that was, but she wouldn't say what it was. And then she's like, no, a month later, we're going with the death.
They probably saw it. They
submitted the original ending like, yeah, we can't put out this game. We need to be rated T at least. we can't put this in the game.
The one time he doesn't talk about Spider-Man and he inadvertently is banging Spider-Man's hand. Yeah, it's like Star Wars. It rhymes or some shit.
Yeah.
There you go.
Or something. I don't know.
My next question is,
no,
how are you finding time for these interviews with work?
Because I'm making the time.
The Force.
He quit the job already. Oh my god.
No. I'm literally I am coming home and I have about 45 minutes to prepare. So it is what it is.
So
but
are you using your government name or are you letting them call you Chainsaw?
Well, it's funny because Stephanie Isaac, who was on the Flash show, she said my name 4 different times. She said Jordan 4 different times in the interview. It was weird. But in my email, when I send out to ask for interviews, I introduce myself as Jordan McIntyre. But the email is my fucking YouTube channel. So, but they're saying my first name because they're not going to call me my YouTube channel. Like they don't know me like that. So they're like, hey, Jordan. So, it is what it is. It's been fine so far.
You don't look like a McIntyre.
I changed my last name. So.
To Fawcett?
Yeah.
Jordan Fawcett.
Yeah. Jordan.
His name.
Jordan listening to Lance be a fucking idiot.
Fawcett.
Secondly,
you guys that sounds know, Haitian.
Chainsaw did ask to interview me, but
when I asked and you said sure, I'm like, actually, never mind. So,
he realized the errors of his ways.
He didn't want to be woke on the internet, so
that's it.
So I do have to wrap up. My wife is still awake, and she's like, "Are you done yet?" So I'm gonna wrap this thing up. So
go for it.
Yeah, appreciate everyone showing up today. It's been a crazy show for sure, but we're gonna go to the line. We're going to find you, Ronan. We're going to find you, sir,
on YouTube and on the socials.
I love that. Simple to the point. As Ronan.
Same thing here. Socials, YouTube, all that good stuff. I'm real excited for House of the Dragon.
Finally.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Finally.
And that trailer comes out tomorrow, too.
Yeah. It's crazy.
And the Minecraft 1.21 update.
Hell yeah,
Metallica Fortnite. Anyways, Lance, where can people find you, sir?
You can find me on YouTube and the socials. Like, share, and subscribe.
It's better. It's better. Where can we find you, Grifter?
Making a review for Acolyte episode 3.
Fuck yeah, you better.
I'm very upset.
Very send it to the New York Times.
Make a 3-hour review where it's like a freeze frame thing. We're like the most cringy. Like, yeah, fuck that.
I explained how they ruined Star Wars. Let me go back to the beginning of time.
Yep. And I guess we'll ask this guy where we find you.
I'll also be making an Acolyte episode 3 video in honor of my favorite YouTuber, Davern. I'm just gonna shit on it, and then in like a week, I'm gonna say it's my favorite Star Wars project ever.
No. It's gonna be like a day later because he like uploaded and then he deleted it. So you gotta a quick.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm working out the timeline.
He'll watch it while doing 4 other things and then pretend he understood what happened, and then he also watch it and then do a
it
reaction
after. Just like Mike
with my baby. Yeah.
Just like Mike, who can't follow fucking Dune Part 2. He's seen it multiple times. He doesn't understand.
It's like, what are the Benny?
Yeah. Dumb. Anyways, episode 40 of Council is over. We'll see you guys next week. Bye, everybody. Bye. All right, we're done.